Thanks. I stole it from my son.
Nice.
You want to go middle or?
I don't care.
Let me go middle. You go middle.
So your job, Josh, is to make sure the camera keeps on rolling and somebody's mom doesn't call. Yeah. So welcome, guys.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks
sir.
for having us.
Yeah,
How long was the drive?
about an hour and a half.
It's not bad.
No,
No.
not
I mean,
horrible.
well, compared to going to like Lubbock or something, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I appreciate y'all coming all this way.
Thanks for having
It's
us.
freaking awesome.
Sorry
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
taken us a couple weeks to get to you, but we're busy.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know. You guys are like, that's not the only thing y'all do. Y'all do all kinds of stuff. You guys are like full-on entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We wish.
Yeah.
I wish it was a full entrepreneur.
Yeah, I mean, we both have full-time jobs,
Yeah.
day jobs.
Yeah.
I work for a family business in
Yeah.
construction. He works for office furniture.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I sell some office furniture throughout the week and
Cool.
push it that way. It's kind of like a family business because
If I would have known that, I would have had you bring me another chair.
Oh yeah, you should have let me
Yeah.
know. I would have brought one over.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll bring one to Sig instead of bringing in totes. I'll just bring in a desk chair.
Oh yeah, man.
Right.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, and then at night we end up coming home and ripping through some bags.
Yeah. Hey, but y'all run y'all's own league too, right? Like, aren't y'all directors too?
Yes, we are.
We're in the process of phasing out.
Yeah.
So we ran Winter League, Fall League,
Mhm.
and realized, okay, the bags need our attention too much.
Yeah.
You know, our time is going to be better spent trying to focus on the bags and pushing our brand and really branding ourselves.
Yeah.
And so we've kind of withdrawn. We still have the region.
Mhm.
We're still directors, but it's still almost stagnant at this point.
So you got somebody that's already gonna take over? Kind of like how Taylor.
We're actually
Sort of,
We're actually
yeah.
talking to someone right now about that.
Yeah.
We haven't hit Jason or Chad with it, but it's a cool local guy
Mhm.
that's really played with us since golly almost we started,
Yeah.
and
He's eat
cool
up with
dude,
it.
real eager to grow the game, and so he's kind of interested in taking over small town baggers.
Yeah.
And
Is it
it'd
gonna
be
be the same
good.
facility too, where y'all play, or it's probably different?
Probably not, because we moved. We actually had to move to Tyler at indoor soccer complex, and I don't know. He's looking at it to bringing it back to Lindell
Yeah.
and having something hometown in Lindell, which is good.
Yeah,
So-
I think that's what's missing in the cornhole game right now is just full-on dedicated facilities for cornhole.
Yeah.
That's what's missing.
That's always been a dream of ours. Is that like if we ever grow this thing big enough, we would love to have a place that, like, it's like a almost a gym membership, you
Yeah.
know, and you have 10, 12, 15 sets of boards. Like just recently, I think his name is Jim Alves or Alves, something like that. Just opened up a place in Michigan called Great Shots. I don't
think
know
I've
if
heard
you've ever
about
seen
that.
it, but
Yeah.
that's similar to what we've always aspired to do. But
How big was it? How big was it? You know how big?
man, I want to say that place that he's got is somewhere around probably 10,000 square feet,
It's big.
and because he's got a whole sports bar area, as far as an actual bar, multiple TVs up on the wall. I think he's got somewhere around like 15 or 20 lanes, and then a front like counter area where he's selling merchandise and all that. So it's a sweet setup.
You
So,
know how lately I think you've been seeing bars that accommodate cornhole?
Yeah.
Kind of like a 20 Guys house?
Yeah.
I think maybe I can see gyms doing it too.
Yeah.
Maybe a gym that's like, man, we can't compete with these LA fitnesses. What
Yeah.
should we do? What should we do? Oh, cornhole.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's more than anything, you're about to see I think it's going to be a swap. I think you're about to see cornhole start implementing bars. Cornhole venues start implementing bars rather than bars implementing
bringing in
cornhole.
I could totally see that.
So I think that's really where it's going with how big everything's gotten.
That'd be
So,
badass.
I mean, you can just see in the growth in TCL in the last 3 to 4 years.
Mhm.
There's cornhole all over the place.
When did
right
y'all get
now.
into TCL?
Our first SIG was in Tyler.
That was our
Soccer
first tournament.
complex.
We
Oh,
walked,
it sure was.
First tournament we
Was
walked
a
into
signature.
was a signature series
In
event.
it was either 16 or 17, wasn't it?
Damn, that long ago?
No,
17?
no, it would have been 18. It was December of 18.
Was
Is when
okay,
it was,
that's right.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
18.
So 4 years.
we're up on
My
4.
game doesn't show it. His shows it, mine
Yeah.
doesn't.
So 4 years. Well,
No wonder y'all had so many bags. Because I remember when I first came into the, that's all I was doing was just bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure were.
Yeah. And then
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, this guy hit the scene and like,
Just
he's here.
running.
I just like, I freaking love bags.
Yeah.
One bag,
Us
I love
too.
the Cookie Monster bag,
Yeah.
Us too.
Yeah.
And then I just noticed that, like, God, I'm always dealing with these guys. Like, they always freaking know which bags I'm looking for and where to get them.
Yeah.
Well, the funniest thing was we kind of went back on this on the way up here. Was you had purchased from him a set of something, and then 3 or 4 days later, I send over, hey, I just sold such and such to.
Do you mind printing me a label that's for this guy named CJ? And I'm like,
He goes,
oh man, I just sold him 2 sets like 2 days
yeah,
ago.
and it's like we didn't even realize.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of started doing business with you.
So back then, did you have your own set? Did you have your own set, or y'all shared a set?
No, we
Oh
shared.
no, we shared everything.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it was a joint
No wonder,
venture.
because every time I would deal with y'all, it'd always be like, hey, what do you think about this? Or
Yeah.
John's gonna contact you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Mason. And
Most of the time, it depended on where they were at, where they were located. If they were at my house, then I was pretty much dealing with it so that
Yeah.
we could just print a label and go from there. But if it was at his house, then
But as
he'd
far
have
as
to
like
deal with it.
ownership, everything from day one's been we've been
Yeah.
partners on.
Or like just a Facebook post, like you would be like, you would tag him, and be like, hey, what do you think about this? And you would tag him, what do you think about this? I was like, oh yeah, these guys are definitely.
Yeah.
Well, what's
Yeah.
funny is that you'd be surprised at how many people, like he would message people a picture, right, of
Yeah.
a lump of bags. I would message the same people with the same picture, and they think we're trying to screw them. Like, hey, you're
Yeah.
fake, you're a
We-
scammer.
yeah,
So I'm like,
whenever-
no. Who sent you the picture? That's not your picture. I'm like, who sent it to you?
Yeah.
Some dude named Mason. I'm like, that's my brother. We're partners. And then you got to go through the whole spill, you know?
Because whenever we first started buying, selling, and trading, like there was no good to go page.
No,
there
there
was
wasn't.
no do not deal page.
We,
There were hardly even any scammers at that point. That's how crazy the bag games got.
So there was scamming wasn't a big thing.
No.
knock on wood,
Yeah.
we have never been scammed on
Yep.
a deal, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in it
I
before
don't think I have
the
either.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closest that we got,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt bad for the guy, it wasn't really even on us. A guy, we were looking at offloading, it was Fire Cornhole. We had wholesaled some bags from Fire. They were offering like a set number of purchase. So they were new. They had just hit the scene. So we purchased, what was it, 20 or 40 sets?
40 cents.
40 sets from Fire on a wholesale basis. And had them in, started peddling them, and
Wholesale basis.
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all did buy bulk.
Yeah.
But really, that's
Y'all did,
kind of
that's-
how they classified it, right? You got a price
Yeah.
back,
Y'all's name fits y'all well.
and so
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
And so we had like 5 or 6 sets left, and I had a guy in Northeast Texas interested in them. Hadn't really dealt with them, anyways. He wanted them, so we cut him a sweet deal. Just okay. This is the last of the inventory.
Yeah. Just
get rid of it.
Going.
Dude says he sent payment, and I said, yeah, I never got it over cash out,
Right.
and he sent it to the wrong guy.
Yeah.
It was over $500.
He did.
Yeah.
That happened to me one time.
And I said,
230, but
man, I'm sorry. And he never tried to come at us of like, hey, it was his mistake, and
yeah, I wonder if he got his money back.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
felt really, really bad for the guy.
I've heard Cash App is really hard to get your money back through though because their customer service isn't all that great. But Venmo, you can kind of get through
Venmo,
a whole
I
lot
got my money
easier.
back.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
PayPal's obviously the easiest one because you
Mhm.
can just submit a claim. But
Yeah.
We've been really fortunate. Or
Yeah.
we were. We're not really peddling
we don't peddle anything now.
because we don't have time. But
Yeah, except our own bags.
So once because I figured y'all were buying bulk because y'all had y'all's own like region.
Yeah, that's-
y'all want hey new player. Well, here
Yep.
I got some bags for you.
That's exactly why we got into it.
Yeah.
Whenever we started our region, we actually started. A lot of people don't know this. We actually jumped into the region with Craig Concert whenever he had Rose City Cornhole, and that
He
was in
brought us
Tyler.
in.
Yeah, he brought us in as
Under-
co-directors, and we branched off and started the Lindell area, and we started buying just. Man, it got crazy. We were buying all kinds of bags, but it was cool because we would go to a Wednesday night event and we'd sell 10 or 15 sets.
Oh yeah.
Just
Or
pushing
have
to
Or have
people.
a bunch of used sets that these new players could try out
And throw
before
and
commit.
do whatever.
try 'em.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just
Try 'em
try 'em.
before you buy 'em.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, we got
exactly.
3 totes full of bags. Like,
Yeah.
go try them.
There were
See if you
times that
like
we
it.
were pulling in, 150, 200 sets in the Wednesday night event, and it's not like we had all intentions of selling them, but it was
So you guys are in the bag game for a long, long time. What took y'all so long to make your own bags?
this one right here.
Really?
So when we first started peddling,
Yeah.
I had a heavy interest in making bags.
Right.
And this dude, all he wanted to do was play. I mean, we set out in my backyard and threw bags till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
That's all he wanted to do was throw.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we threw and we pedaled.
Mhm.
And there was no interest in making. And then we started
Just
buying.
a chit chat every once in a while.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
And so we bought, sold, and traded. And he hits me early last year. He's like, dude, let's try to make a set. And I'm like,
Like just a set, and that's where this bad boy came from.
Mhm.
I mean, this thing's ugly.
I mean, we
but-
talked about it for a couple
but it's
months.
there.
And
Yeah.
it was
It's
like,
there.
I like it. I like the way that one feels.
we, the buy sell trade had kind of fizzled out, I guess. We were still doing it, but it was, I think we both kind of we liked it.
Yeah.
We loved the chase and the,
Mhm.
Our
the
wives
game of it, but our wives didn't like us being on our phone all the time. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
but I think the big desire to do that, it was kind of shifted to like, hey, let's try it. And
Yeah.
so
Just give it a shot and let's see what happens.
neither
When you
one
said
of us.
that, did you first like investigate what you needed to buy first, or you were like,
No.
let's do it now, let's investigate?
No. So we decided, okay, we're gonna do it, and I said, great. My
It's-
daughter, I have a 13-year-old. I mean, we have zero knowledge into making textiles,
No one
sewing.
has ever sewn. Neither one of us have ever
Our,
sewn.
our background really is my wife had embroidery and sublimation T-shirt
Mhm.
that she ran out of the house.
Mhm.
Okay, so we kind of transitioned that over, right,
Yeah.
and utilized her knowledge to help us.
Mhm.
But as far as the bags go, we sat down. We decided we were going to go to some fabric stores and just buy some fabric that we interested us.
A fabric store?
Right.
Yeah.
Like freaking
Like-
Hallmark?
Like Joanne's.
like Hobby Lobby and Joann's.
And just went through and said,
And
let's
just filled
see
it,
if
like-
we could, because that's what was so interesting is that we had flipped God knows how many bags, and so once we walked into the store, we would grab the fabric and be like, oh
that's
wow,
this.
that's been on this bag, or
Yeah.
that's been on that bag. So
Yeah.
the flipping
You
was
always were looking at fabrics.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
weren't no
it was always, it gave us so
Yeah.
much knowledge into what all these fabrics were before we even ever started making bags. So,
Right.
but
So my middle, I have 3 kids. I've got an 8-year-old son, a 13-year-old daughter, and a 17-year-old son.
Oh, yeah.
My daughter 2 years ago, maybe 3, got a sewing machine,
Mhm.
a Baby Lock, just single needle like residential sewing machine for Christmas.
Right.
So we started talking about making bags. Went and bought us some fabric, and I said, "Great, Kennedy's got a sewing machine."
We'll just hop
I've-
on.
I
She was
had-
helping you at first.
So I
No,
had
no,
played.
no.
I had played around with it,
Uh-huh.
trying to help her learn how to sew, like very minute, just like
like a straight
like
line.
trying to sew a straight line on a piece of
Yeah.
paper,
And
right?
that's not easy, right?
No.
And so we went and got some fabric, and we sat down, and I don't know if you saw the picture on our Facebook page. January the 19th was our 1-year mark from that date of that picture.
Yeah.
That was me and him probably a weekend,
At
maybe
probably
2
2
weeks
in the
in.
morning.
sitting at my dining room table trying to sew.
Yeah.
And
So when you went to bed that night, what were you like? I got that part.
no,
So nothing you didn't get. It was
so
just-
so
Oh
I
my
had
God.
figured out the sewing machine.
That's crazy.
Like at this point, I'm kind of running the sewing machine. I had kind of gotten it. I could stitch pretty good
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like let's make a bag. It was like let's see if we can get this bad boy to
Together.
perform.
Yeah.
Just like let's
Yeah.
stitch and just see if we can make a circle
Mhm.
and it stays together.
We had
Right.
bought some resins from different places, small quantities, just messing around with it, right? And so we figured it out. We thought. And at that point, we're running bags on a Baby Lock sewing machine
Mhm.
and just playing around with it. We had a pizza box that we took we felt like a template of a bag would make a big difference. So we took a pizza box
And just cut our template out.
and cut a template out of a cardboard pizza box. In that picture, you can go to it and you can see a little cardboard template. That was our template. So we'd take our fabric, we'd cut it, put a template, Sharpie, and then sew on that line.
That's pretty cool, man.
And then turn it inside out.
Yeah.
And then fill it with. We tested everything.
And y'all
under
did
the
this
sun.
inside the house or the garage, where like
It-
where the ladies
on
like, get your ass in the garage.
On the dining room,
Dining room
on his
table at
dining
my
room
house.
table.
Really?
Yep. At that time, I had about a 1-year-old,
Yeah.
something like that. So it was like after
I
9
can't go
after
because
9
we're
o'clock.
working late.
Yeah.
You know, like
after our day job. So it
Yeah.
was like after
we do the
work,
family
you're
thing, put the
going
kids in
to his
bed, and
house.
then we kind of play with this, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So we start there.
And that's the thing. You're playing with it, but you're like, man, I want to take it seriously because I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have passion for it.
Yeah, but then about
Yes.
halfway through, about a week and a half, 2 weeks through, we were like, "What the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, why are we doing this?"
Right.
Because we had made like 7 bags, and all of them were like
Terrible.
on the speed scale of a 10, they were about a 12 and a 15. We couldn't find a stick side to save our lives,
Wow.
Yeah.
and so we said, this is toast. We're done."
But
you know,
we figured out, okay, we know we can print
yeah,
Right? You figured out the printing.
yeah. We
for
printed
my
up.
wife.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
We-
yeah, duh.
We
Yeah.
know we can print. She kind of showed us, okay, here's how you print. Here's basic,
Here's
you
what
know.
will print. Here's this
But-
won't print.
But then we were stuck with like we're sewing with this residential sewing machine, and I can remember calling him. He was playing. I was at home, still messing around with it. We had kind of figured out, okay, these are the materials we think would work.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's try to make a couple sets.
Right.
He had committed to go play somewhere on a Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was at home stitching them.
Right. And your plan was to stitch what, like 5,
Yeah.
or you were like, I'm knocking out 20,
No.
Just as many as I could.
or just
Yeah.
yeah.
And I got
for
through
practice.
Yeah.
and I got through maybe it just to try to get them together so we could see. And I remember finishing the day, and I called him and I said, "We can't do this."
He finished like he finished like 4 sets in 8 hours.
I was like, "Dude,
Oh.
there's no way that
He
we
said,
cannot." do this."
if we continue to use this,
Yeah.
we are not doing this. So we're gonna have to find some commercial grade machines to use.
So we converted over into some commercial grade machines
Mm-hmm.
at that point because we felt like we're close enough that we're confident that we have resin, we have materials,
Mm-hmm.
like we know how to print.
But
we,
like,
we could release a bag.
Yeah.
At this point, we're like, okay, we figured out the machinery now.
yeah,
And
So
got
the
it.
commercial grade is more like the machine's actually helping you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's like-
and the residential, like you're talking about,
You're
it's almost
doing
like driving
it.
stick shift.
that's a great way to think about it.
Wow.
It's stick shift versus
Automatic.
automatic.
Yes.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
it takes.
and before y'all got into this to make these moves, did y'all at least be like, let's say we learn how to make bags? Have we even contacted like TCL if they're even
No.
accept our bags?
So no, not at this time.
No?
This was that
So
conversation.
you wanted to make sure you could even do it.
Oh yeah, that conversation happened probably 2 months in,
Well,
somewhere around
we
there.
started early January. We submitted our dealer to TCL.
It had to have
March or
been-
April.
Yeah, March or April. I think the first release was April, so it had to have been March we started talking about it.
Yeah.
So it was probably
Okay.
2 months in.
Cool.
We
And
were
so-
trying to just figure out like a process. Could we make them,
Mm-hmm.
and could we make a decent enough bag that people would actually entertain?
Mm-hmm.
Really, what's interesting is the dealer is the biggest complaint on the dealer is that it's too full.
Yeah,
We made that bag for what we prefer.
yeah,
Hey, it
That's
flops
why-
really easily.
yeah. It
That's
does.
really, we made it
Really
because
easy.
we wanted a fuller bag. We didn't like bags breaking down and being flopped loose
Yeah.
at the time.
pretty much. I
We were
hate.
looking for a bag that we would fit both of us. good.
Yeah,
And so
and there really wasn't much on the market at that time that was a fuller type bag. Like, whenever we first got into it,
Right.
a lot of it was like, well, I mean, you had Yetis and Kraken. Stone was out then, but it wasn't like it is now.
No.
I mean, there's
And
not
that's the other thing. You guys decided to take on this endeavor
in the middle of
in the middle of the fucking firestorm that Throwing Stones was throwing.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, That's one of the best compliments I can give you is that you guys had the balls to try to take on this juggernaut. Because
Yeah.
they were at that time.
Yeah.
They were a freaking juggernaut.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I remember when y'all told me y'all were making bags, I was like, that's fucking badass. But for TC, they're actually going to compete with Rolling Stones. What?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, really?
Well, and that's what.
And then the dealer came out, and I was like, oh shit, that's a badass looking bag.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's what a lot of people like. We hear complaints over kind of the dealer, and we're like, granted, look, that's the very first bag we ever made, and a lot of people don't know this, but TCL pushed like 700 or 800 sets of dealers, and it's probably right at around the 1 year mark of them. So I mean, to us, it was fairly successful.
Fuck yeah, especially all that shit y'all
yeah.
went through.
Right.
Yeah,
Come on, just
so-
to get there, just to be able to freaking make them. And all
Yeah,
that stuff.
it was,
Wow.
even our family, I don't really think, like we've got a large family, and half of our family still thinks we just kind of toy around with it, and we're just kind of
Like, they
messing
don't-
around. They don't understand how
The magnitude
yeah,
of
like
what a
how
signature
big it
series
actually is.
How many
So-
cornhole players do you got in your family, immediate family?
So
Do you- are you
I'm the
con-
only player in my family.
Are you considering him a player?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
we've got one. His name's Mason.
I'm sure you play. I know you're not wearing your hat today, but I know you play golf too at the Masters.
No,
He's
actually,
the
I'm
golfer
the
too.
golfer
I'm just,
too.
Oh,
I
shit.
just enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
badass hat,
really,
though.
it's just us two.
So we've got another brother, an older brother that plays.
Oh, okay.
He drinks, but he plays.
He
He enjoys.
yeah.
Yeah, it comes with the game. He
Yeah.
really enjoys his drinks, and then he learned that you could play a sport and drink at the same time, and he's
Damn
like,
right.
"This is incredible."
his
Yeah.
his boy, which is our nephew.
So he's the oldest.
Well, no, so there's
Second
9,
oldest.
and I've got a brother that passed. So there's 8 of us living.
Yeah.
Damn, I think y'all are Mexican, man. Wow.
No, we're just a big divorced.
It's like a,
Oh,
it's like
okay,
a,
okay,
it's like a, it's like
okay.
a Brady Bunch type deal. Like, so we're half brothers, but like,
Okay, I
you know,
know
my
His-
mom,
his
my
Who's
mom
mom,
older though? You're older.
So his
Oh, yeah.
mom had 3. My dad had 3.
and then they got married.
They
and
had got married and had 2.
me and my next older brother.
Dude, my
So-
dad had so many kids. Besides, that's a different story. I ain't gonna put you out there like that, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, so
But
I actually had to go meet my half brother and sisters that I found out about as an adult. I didn't know about them as an adult.
Oh, man.
I was like, I would just have cousins. Like I'd be hanging out with my cousin, and I would say, "But hey, man, you got a brother over here?" 'Cause I went to a UT Texas Tech game over there at UT,
Yeah.
and then I had a cousin. Hey, man, your brother lives over here? I was
No.
like, man, quit playing with me.
What brother?
Quit
Right,
playing
right.
with me.
And he was an older brother. And I was like,
Wow.
oh shit! And I met him the next day. It's, yeah,
Man,
that's a long
that's
story. I'm gonna
crazy.
tell you, dude. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know.
So how
What-
many brothers and sisters do you have?
That
Man,
you know
I
of.
lost count, man. I got a brother and sister with my mom and dad,
Yeah.
and then I got like 5 that I
Really?
know about.
That's your dad's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad was definitely 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Free love.
free
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Me too.
that's a whole episode right there just on him. I need to have him as a guest. My dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
First,
is the next guest of the
If I
day.
could
first I got to get him to play cornhole.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about y'all? Do y'all have like? I know I got one daughter that wants to play, and she gets into it for like a week, and then she stops. Do you have like a kid or
So
or
my
a dad that wants to like?
So we
show
have a
interest?
nephew. So our brother that plays,
Yeah.
drinks and plays.
Right.
He's got a son that's 18, graduates this year that plays.
Yeah. And he's
when
good.
he can. He
really
doesn't have
is
a lot of
good.
time to play, but he
He's probably
can
like a
be
baseball
really
player or
good.
something.
He plays basketball and tennis. So
Yeah.
but
My
he's a good
my
player.
17-year-old, he plays on and off a little bit. He likes it, but he's just not serious about getting good.
Gotcha.
Then my younger 2, my daughter's super competitive, but she's just kind of like, eh.
She's so competitive that if she sucked at something, she's not going to play it again because
Right.
she's going to get beat. And so that's where this is.
Yeah.
She's like, no,
That's how
I'm
my
not doing
wife
it.
is, man. She's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I want to get her into it so bad so I can play more.
Yeah.
But man, she's just like, she can't throw. She's shanking it left and right. She's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
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 Our dad,
No interest.
nobody else in the family really have any interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just our immediate, that one brother and his son and our immediate families really.
That's
That's
pretty
about
much it. So, and then my kids are too young. I mean,
Yeah.
my kid is.
Yeah,
too
you
young,
just started
so.
the kid game, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a little girl that should be 3 in May,
That's
and
awesome.
then we actually have another one coming in June. So
That's not going to slow our production up. I
Mm.
promise.
In June,
Viewers,
huh?
don't worry.
in
Yeah.
June. So I'll miss.
I'm a June 18th, baby.
Oh,
Gemini.
so our due date is June 15th.
There you go.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's gonna slow our.
When is y'all's birthday?
It's not going to slow
It's
our
gonna slow
production.
my production now, not his. Though.
Oh.
I've really been prepping him to keep it up.
Dude,
January 6th.
January 6th?
Mine is April 24th.
April 24th. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom's on April 1st. It was
Really?
super weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking, the day you're supposed to lie to everybody. Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
And how old are you gonna be? Like 40, right?
What? No, I'm 35.
really? The big 4-0?
I'm,
No.
no, I'm
You're
35.
gonna be 35.
He's
okay.
like 20 something.
I'll be 26.
Really, man?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, he looks old as shit. I mean.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's freaking badass, man.
Yeah, 26.
Wow. Dude, I think it's the freaking hair, dude.
Yeah,
think that's what
20,
it is.
26. So most everybody asks us who's older, and I'm like, God,
Because they think he is.
Just imagine if whenever I hit 40, what am I gonna look like?
I knew he was older because, he's got older kids.
Yeah.
But you
That-
never
I
know.
mean,
People start early. Yeah.
That one did.
Yeah,
you
so-
heard him. He's 35 and he's got a
17.
21-year-old.
17.
Oh.
High school sweetheart, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we started dating when I was 15, and we've been
Yeah,
together ever since.
that's pretty
Mine
much.
too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Same here.
Yeah, you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
Man.
They're lucky.
That's one of the
Yeah,
hardest
they're
things.
lucky.
They're the lucky ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
You know what? Most people don't know this.
Uh,
They're so lucky that this business that we're discussing, it's actually theirs.
Yeah.
damn right.
No,
Everything
really.
we got is theirs.
No, really,
No,
it
that's
is. That one is.
It's theirs.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't give
Completely.
whatever you drove in here today is theirs.
Yeah, for sure.
We set the business up, and they're both homemakers,
Mhm.
and we thought, let's,
They're the owners.
yeah, they own the
So,
bag broker. So
Yeah.
when we start acting up, they let us
yeah.
know.
And when we start spending too much money, they say, "What the hell are y'all doing?"
Who's the best cornhole player out of your wives?
Mine.
His.
I kind of got her interested in it.
What's
During-
her PPR? 4?
Oh.
Oh no, she beats him all the time. It's probably like a 7.
She's a 7.
Serious.
Yeah, she can.
Wow.
I bet.
She's
I
pretty
bet you.
athletic.
I bet you if she actually legit kept a PPR for 30 days, I bet it'd be about a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
Serious.
During when COVID hit and we weren't doing this, we were doing pedaling still,
Mhm.
but everything was shut down.
Right.
So our kids didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Like currently right now, I have everything. I have something every night of the week with one of my kids.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
And so when COVID hit, it took us home. And so she got out in the backyard with me. I'd get home from work, we'd eat dinner, and we'd go out and we'd throw it.
Mhm.
And so that kind of piqued her interest. But I still had a hard time getting her
How's her bag look when
to
she
come
comes?
out.
Is
It's
it wobbly
it's
or is
tilted.
it?
it's not. It's
This
not
is mine.
wobbly.
This is mine right here.
It's
Yeah,
not
mine too.
wobbly.
That's mine.
Hers, like if I'm throwing towards the camera, it's gonna be tilted like this. But with a gambler, it literally just hits and flattens out and slides right in the hole. So, like,
She got pretty interested in it, and me and her actually played fall league together.
Yeah.
Because I was just trying to get her out to just come throw, you know.
what was it? She would never go and play in a legit tournament. She's
Oh.
like, I'm not doing that. But
Mhm.
she went out with us 3
3 or 4 times.
3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
It was like a Monday, just a couple of events around.
Like
She
a switch
pro-
holio or something?
Yeah, like a switch holio, and then they ran a singles, and then it was like a doubles.
And
Bring
she
your own doubles.
she podiumed in all
3 events.
in the social division, and I'm like,
If I was her, I would totally be inspired to keep on going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and
she-
she really is. but-
Usually people catch the bug like that.
Yeah.
It's like gambling.
Yep.
You go to a
Yes.
casino and you're like, dude, I
Yeah.
just won $1,000.
Yeah. Exactly.
And she
Yeah.
kind of did, but the kids.
And then you
just,
look up and lose $500,000. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel like my cornhole game's going since we started
Yeah.
this.
Hey,
So-
dude, you've been on fire lately, man.
No.
He has.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Hey,
not
how
lately.
did y'all do? That's actually one of my questions I had for you. How did y'all do at how did SIG go for you? That's exactly what I put right there. Because you had a badass partner too.
Trey has been on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
He's actually one of our sponsored players,
I know.
and I was the lucky one to draw him to play SIG, and
Mhm.
He threw outrageous. I mean, he threw really well. But I don't even know where we ended up finishing.
Would you play off? Did you play on board?
He's lefty, I'm righty, so we both do on board.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
that's kind of the way it runs.
Gotcha.
But we made main bracket, and I want to say we finished like 17th, maybe something like that. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
What was your memorable games? Was it the losses or the wins?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even remember them.
Really?
I don't remember who I won. Who I
You
beat
zoned
or-
out.
Yeah, I mean, we had the booth
Four.
running too, and so
Which was our first event.
it was our first event to
Oh,
set up
yeah,
the booth.
yeah.
So sorry, Trey, I really didn't give you all that I
Yeah.
had, and we were kind of bouncing
Yeah.
back and forth from the booth. I
Tell you what,
seriously-
Trey remembers everything.
Oh yeah.
He does.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll be surprised. I won't be surprised if he pops up real quick.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I remember.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, something to touch on that. He messaged me this week. First time we ever played together, we played in Crandall and won. He
Rusted
texted
Rail.
me, at Rusted Rail, and he texted me just the other day and said, "Hey man, I texted Jason to get our event points right because they gave us a third place instead of a first." And I was like, "I never even checked our points." And he's like, "No, I got."
Dude, he is.
He said, "I got it fixed."
He's freaking anal.
Yeah, he said, "I got it fixed. Don't worry."
That's why he's so.
I'm
I
like,
think that's why
okay.
he got so good is because
Yeah.
he's actually studying
Yeah.
the board
Yeah,
and how to throw. And
yeah.
I remember Monarca told me, he goes, when you throw, you don't aim for a spot. And I was like,
The board.
no, I see the hole. I'm trying to just go for the hole. That's
Yeah.
it.
Right at the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, you don't aim for the cheek on that guy's face.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
No.
I don't. And he's like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's just a different level, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit those points and like Monarca, I mean, he's one that I'm a firm believer of. That's why you have those people play the way that they do because they're just so much more into it
Mm-hmm.
and detail oriented. So there's
Yeah.
not many people who are really good at cornhole that just really don't care and just say, okay, I'm gonna pick up the bag and throw it. A lot of them are very detail oriented of what they're
Do you
doing.
think
so.
Sammy Soto's detail oriented? I feel like he's too young to be detail oriented.
I think
he
he
just
just-
throws so much.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think it's he
He
has
looks like
He
he
puts,
doesn't give
he
a shit.
puts in the work.
Oh, he definitely.
he
does.
puts in
Yeah.
the work, but I think he cares. I mean, you
Oh, he
can tell by
definitely
his
cares.
losses that he cares, and I think that's
Yeah.
where it kind of comes out. So,
His throw is just so like effortless.
so easy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so easy. I
Did
mean,
you
but
see
that's
that game where he played Grant at Texas
Texas
Live?
Live. Yeah, I jumped on the
oh, I
live
didn't
feed.
catch that one.
I didn't watch. I didn't get to see the full game, but I was
He freaking
working on bags.
he freaking flopped 3 times in a row,
Yeah.
and man, how can you blame Upchurch? He didn't get his third airman in a row. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
Honestly, I think after watching him at SIG, he really, really, really impressed me.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Just a normal slide in for him is like
Dude.
easy now.
yeah. Well, and he was sitting there, he was flopping Krakens.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, this is nuts to sit here and watch it. And
Yeah.
that SIG championship, that was 2 extremely good teams. I mean,
Extremely good
turned
teams.
out. It turned out to be a really good championship. So,
Oh yeah. That's probably one of the best.
how'd you do it, Sig?
You played.
Yeah, right. That's that.
Hey,
You're
you
exactly
had
right.
to
He
done better than
tried.
me. I didn't win shit.
He
So-
I
tried.
didn't win one game.
Really?
Yeah, I played open, singles and doubles.
Yeah. See, I
Ooh.
played competitive.
Oh, okay.
With a guy, Tyler. I can't take off on Fridays, so I didn't play singles. I played doubles with a guy named Jason Newport,
Yeah.
and it very much showed that I hadn't put in enough practice.
Okay.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
He can go right now and hadn't touched a bag in 2 weeks and
Badass.
step up and throw and 8s, 10s, 12s. Me, I need to throw every day to be able to be halfway decent.
Right.
And
I
so we
appreciate
were.
that because later I'm gonna have to play both. I'm gonna have to walk y'all so it actually kind of levels out for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you'll point on my end, and then
we'll see.
we'll see how you go.
I might let you point on
So we didn't do too hot. We didn't do bad. But Jason, I don't think he had been throwing a lot either. I didn't throw terrible, but
Yeah.
memorable moment for me. We stepped up to our first or second rounders game, and we're matched up. I think it was our first. We're matched up against one of our sponsored players, Faulkner and Trevor, and Newport throws
Well, that's
against him.
cool. Yeah, I didn't know you had Trev.
Yeah.
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 And so good kid, funny.
He's
know,
one of those floppy machines.
Hell
too.
of, okay, so we step up. Newport, I threw on and Newport threw off, and I thought, man, here we go. Newport tries to throw up a blocker, and Faulkner just roll.
Yeah.
Jason's looking at me. He's like, I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to go in the hole.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's gonna tear you up like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And he did. He was
Yeah.
just down there grinning at me, and I'm like, yeah.
And
I
what's
mean,
bad is he can still play you hole to hole.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
can.
I
Yeah.
mean,
It's fucking ridiculous.
So
In sandals.
Yeah,
right.
and
Fucking
whatever.
ridiculous.
I mean, he'll just step up and throw it. So
The other day, I think we were at Hunt County Baggers, and I was playing against, Trev, and there was just a big old mess in front of the hole, and Ty walks up, little Ty. He's like, he looks, he's like, how's it going? He's like, oh, he ain't flopping over that. And he goes, bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
He was.
It's nasty.
It's amazing.
nasty.
It is nasty.
he can
Absolutely.
do it.
Do you got a flop shot?
A little bit. I mean, whenever I was throwing agents
Mm-hmm.
and dealers, yes. But it's kind of like we talked about. Whenever we started this, our throwing really was cut down. We're lucky now. He's lucky to throw one day a week, one day every 2
Well,
weeks
since last SIG, I've touched a bag one time, I think.
in your backyard. The other
It was
day.
in my backyard. We were testing
Test
out some
sets.
new bags.
Yeah.
And he brought them over. We threw for 30 minutes, and then I went back to work.
I usually am able to throw about one day a week.
Well, Sparks throws a fastback too, so it's kind of hard for you to play that flop game.
Well,
with him.
yeah, exactly. So I've been throwing collectors and gamblers, and that's what I was getting to, is because I haven't been throwing enough to keep an agent or a dealer in my hand and keep it consistent and on the board. When the carpet bag, it starts kicking on me. So I've started throwing something a little faster to kind of give me some hole friendliness, and so I've gotten away from the flop quite a bit. But
yeah.
I mean, I
He
had
still has it.
I had
That's
one.
cool. That's
If he
I had
steps up on a board with a set of agents and you
That's
pile up,
badass.
watch out, because he's going to try to flop.
I wish I had that in my freaking arsenal. Man.
Yeah.
Hey,
that
how
would
did
take
y'all
some
get
time.
the casino inspiration? Because everything's a casino. It's like you got the agent, you got the dealer.
Well,
So when did that idea come out? Were you
This-
watching Casino?
You mean answer it? So you're actually missing it?
Yeah.
Big picture still?
Yeah.
Shit, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
A lot of people
So it's
think.
FBI.
So our bag designs, let me get back. Our bag names
Uh-huh.
all tie back into the business name.
The bag broke.
the bag name ties into the business name.
The design has nothing to do. That's kind of why we did it. We didn't want to do everything designed based off of what we were kind of referring to, because it would kind of show and tell.
Mhm.
We first got the name. Craig Concert came up and he said, "Man, if y'all are going to really do this, y'all ought to consider calling yourselves the Bag Brokers, with how many bags you flip and trade and
I
sell."
love that name.
Like he was actually, he dubbed us the
Yeah,
bag
he dubbed us the Bag Brokers, so we took it over. But the actual name of it is, I mean, if you think about it, every bag name that we have right there ties back into the brokerage business.
That's my problem. I don't really know the brokerage.
Yeah, so that's where it kind of
But that
ties
makes
back
sense
into.
though. Now that you say that.
So we created the Bag Brokers, but we didn't want to release the name. We just
Right.
wanted to do TBB at
TBB.
first
Mhm.
as kind of a disguise to let people try to see what the name was.
Well, not only that, but we weren't sold on a business name yet.
Right.
As the Bag Brokers, we weren't. It was just we had so many thoughts and kind of wondering of, okay, how are we really going to brand it? And so we left it at TBB because it kind of turned into a game, because about 30 or 40 people ended up saying, "What's the TBB mean?" And we're like, "Well, we don't know. Take a guess." You know.
To see what they'd say.
And
you
so
know?
we gathered probably 150, 200 business names by people just asking what TBB meant. And there were some really good ones.
Yeah.
You know?
Brothers or something.
Texas
The Bag-
Bag Brothers, The Bag Brothers.
The Bag Bitches.
Bag
we got
Bitches.
all kinds of
I mean,
Texas Bag Boys.
Yeah, Texas.
I mean, all
somebody
kinds of
did
stuff.
guess Texas Bag Brokers. That was probably the closest they
Guessed
got.
that?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But
Was he from East Texas?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, he was.
Yeah. So.
But we did that disguised, right?
Mhm.
We knew we felt like we were going to go broker.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what can we do name-wise, not necessarily design-wise, but name-wise, for a bunch of different series to tie into a broker
Yeah.
or under a broker umbrella?
Right.
So our thought was, okay,
They may not all tie in
Dealer.
identical, but you got like a broker's dealer, you got the collector and the gambler and all that, or the gambler is almost more into like the stock brokerage of your gambling on these
Right.
stocks.
the agent is kind of taking
A
down.
broker's agent, yeah. I mean,
yeah, because the collector right there, he looks like he'll fuck you up.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
definitely a casino right
Yeah.
there for me.
So
You don't want to fuck with that guy.
So a lot of the names kind of filtered to the casino theme.
Yeah, I just
that's what
naturally.
we
Yes.
battled. That's what we
Yeah.
battled is we wanted to kind of keep a range of them, but they all like
Because the
all,
casino's technically a broker, right?
yeah. I mean, it all kind of
Yeah.
falls under this same idea.
It's like
so.
a hotel broker.
Yeah,
Hotel.
kinda.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
but that's like I don't know if you saw it on Facebook, but Zarzynski released his Shreveport, and
Yeah.
he said I was kind of wanting to go the gambling theme, but I held off because of the gambler
Yeah.
and to see what you guys were gonna do. He said it just as the designs fell, it just kind of looked way too familiar, and I commented back and I was like, it was too familiar for us, so we actually went the polar opposite on our gambler designs. We didn't
It's
even do
hilarious.
No
anything
casino.
gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Do you
'cause
have
it's
anything in
normally
mind
what it is.
for Shreveport designs right now? Or?
We've got designs.
So you got it in your head already? Like,
We've toyed with them.
Mm. Is there a deadline when you got to turn those in?
They're already turned in.
When is Shreveport? 2 weeks?
April 8th and 9th.
Yeah.
2
So-
weeks already?
Yes.
Dude, they're
Yeah.
freaking flying by now.
Yeah. they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, they're crazy.
So TCL hit us at last SIG about wanting to go SIG specific designs.
yeah.
That's
And
cool.
We thought
Yeah,
it was
something different.
We thought it was a great idea, but on the business side of it, we're like, oh shit, like time, right?
Right.
Because we
Here
knew how
comes-
soon it would be.
Here comes design
Um,
time. Here comes.
But we
mix.
got we actually have designs in finalized, and I actually clicked print before I left the house.
It's fucking awesome.
There's
Yeah.
on one of four.
2 birds with 1 stone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best way to do it.
So
Yeah.
I'm I'm hoping it's running good.
Yes.
The printer, we'll see.
Yeah.
You want to show them?
But yeah, you want to?
Sure.
So we'll have 2 designs of the gamblers and 2 designs of the collectors. That was at the request of TCL.
These were very new though, so we have an unfilled,
Yeah, we didn't-
stitched bag that
we
hasn't
brought
been
some unfilled.
completed, but
Hell
we'll,
yeah,
we'll
man.
definitely
Who
show
cares?
them.
It's all about the sexiness of the bag.
Yeah.
Okay. And we think these are pretty sexy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're damn right. So, let's see what we got here.
Show that bad boy.
So
right there.
there's
Oh yeah.
the Gambler, first
Ooh.
design.
Yeah. They got lucky they didn't have to deal with a tornado.
Right. There's second design Gambler. And that's kind of like the Riverwalk
Cityscape view.
cityscape
type.
view. Here's Collector number
Little
1.
sunset.
Yes. This is for people in New Orleans. Right here. The sun will come out.
Uh-huh.
And this is kind of the Louisiana tribute.
Yeah.
I love this one. It's like a jester.
Yeah.
Like the-
Yeah, exactly.
like a Mardi Gras jester.
Yep.
Love it.
So there'll be 50 sets of each, is what's on order.
Yeah.
50.
Is that like a minimum thing where like they make y'all do 50?
No, it's
It's actually
It's
up to
their-
their discretion
it's-
of how
it's
much
their
they're going
order.
to order.
Oh, here's
So-
another question. Like,
they ordered
so
100 of gamblers, 100 collectors. They wanted
Two different
two
colors.
different designs per.
so does Chad and Jason like? Can they be like, all right, guys, I need y'all to come up with these new designs, and I need y'all to make me another set personally for me. Like, can they just do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course they can, right?
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
fucking
mean,
badass.
it's like they both have a set of. It's what we were talking about on the way up
That's
here.
badass that they can do that.
Whenever we first got into this,
Bastards.
yeah. Whenever we first got into this, we were like, man, how sick is this going to be? We're going to have so many of our own customs
Uh-huh.
and
Stamps.
stamped bags, custom sets, like just of our own one of ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And-
we're gonna have the best collection of our own brand.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Customs.
and as of
Zero.
today, we have 0. So,
Because you're just too busy.
yeah, it's just been something that we've
Emma,
always been focused on pushing them out instead of making for ourselves. So
There's some things I need to fix on my wife's car that I haven't gotten to.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
it's kind of
exactly.
like that.
It's life.
It's
Yeah.
sad.
But you know what? And it's really not because it just means you're putting your clientele first.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
It's-
you care about serving the people first.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, to be honest, we scrounged up today and we left the house and he said, "Hey, do you happen to have a set of broken gamblers to throw?" And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"No,
Because I knew you'd want to throw it. I'm
I
like,
don't have any."
Yeah.
it's
So, a lot of that is intel to our sponsor players. You know, I mean, each of them have some of those. You know, they
What
have
does Sparks
some
like to throw?
bags.
He likes to throw the gamblers or the gold?
Yeah, he fell in love with the gamblers.
Gotcha.
Whenever we made him a set that was a custom, like Texas Tech kind of design. He started
Non-stamp.
non-stamp. He started throwing them, and he said, "Man, y'all killed it with this one."
Cool.
And then he continued to throw them and throw them. And lately, he's actually been throwing collectors though.
Mhm.
I don't know how we'll get. You know, SIGs now are just so crazy with the new boards,
Mhm.
new atmosphere. Bags are changing.
What did y'all think about those new boards?
They are incredible. The
I like
boards are, they're probably one of the best built boards that are out there, in my opinion.
I had somebody tell me that they thought they cater more to a floppy fastbag
Yeah,
because there's really no bounce added
Yep.
to it at all. That, like, for example, a game changer would just be like,
yeah,
boom.
yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
Like,
was.
there's no boom.
That's why I was saying what I was saying about Sammy. I mean,
It's almost like a slip and slide.
yeah, those boards with that center brace, with that X Factor bracing to it, there's no bounce to them, whatsoever. And so for Sammy to be flopping Krakens
on those
on those boards was like, dude, this is nuts.
Yeah.
You know, like,
And the fact that he doesn't even know that, he's just like, what?
yeah,
It's what I do.
yeah,
I stood here and
So-
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
effortless.
yeah.
Yeah.
But but yeah, the boards are incredible. I think.
I think TCL killed it when they
Yeah.
went black.
Yeah.
I went to Waco. He wasn't able to make it, and that's when they made the transition. And I called him and I said, "Dude, I mean, because we're still cornhole fanatics,
Yeah.
right? You see boards or you see bags, and you're like,
Man, that design is so
dang,
sick.
that's sweet. Like,
Yeah.
even though we make bags, I mean, there's designs that come out. And so I called him and I'm like, dude, you're not gonna believe these new boards.
Yeah.
They look incredible. Well, they weren't the X Factor yet, or TX Factor. They were still the old supplier, but they had gone to the new design.
Mhm.
I thought it looked sweet.
Well, that's a good question for y'all. Like, so since y'all been in the game so freaking long, and you're a fan of the bags,
Oh yeah.
when y'all went to that College Station and you saw the Krakens and the no, not the Krakens, you saw the Yetis and the Minnows.
Uh-huh.
What did y'all think? Were y'all like, oh, that's cute, or were y'all like, oh shit, that's pretty badass?
At that time, I don't really know that we. That's a really.
Because
really
from what I hear is that they weren't popular at all at the beginning.
No.
They took off
no.
later.
Yeah. I would say it probably took 6 months to
Yeah.
probably catch on, and for everybody to say, "Oh man, these things are sweet."
So that means
you
it
know?
caught on whenever I started catching on to this
Yes.
whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it
'Cause
started.
I remember when I came in, I was like,
It
I
may
can't even
have-
find a Yeti.
It may have
So
not been
cracks-
that long.
Yeah.
It may have been 3 months or so, but it felt like it. You know,
It took
at
a
that
while.
time, the bag game. What people don't realize is the bag game was completely different. You went to
It
a
was.
tournament, and 95% of people were throwing the slide right.
Mhm.
You know, so I mean, it wasn't like anything had been released previously and was like, oh man, these are the next coolest thing, these are the next best thing,
Mhm.
until it hit about 3 months later, and then
Yeah.
we have.
Players that got into the game, in my opinion, late last year or early this year, are very, very spoiled.
Yeah.
Because, and you probably know this, but
Right.
there's probably over 20 new bags this year that
Fuck
dropped
yeah.
in TCL.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay?
And all
And
of them.
John dropped
That's-
like 100 of them.
yeah.
That's not normal.
Yeah,
No.
that's
You know?
not normal.
I mean, that's
No.
the bag game has changed,
Right.
and
So
so
definitely a lot more. Just you got way more selection.
Yeah.
here's the difference when we were up front for us though is there was no co-branded, so you could show up and play.
Yep.
Okay, TCL, I think it was the very next year, came out and said, "Hey, we're
With
going
the
to co-brand
co-branded,
bags," and it was
yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah, it was huge.
I thought it was
Co-brand the bag.
yes.
Yeah, like before.
Before that,
like
you could
the-
show up with slide rights, ACL slide rights, and
ACL
throw them.
slide.
The first signature that we ever played in, there was a set of cheetah. You remember those yellow cheetah slide rights? They came in, and it was they came in the mail, and we
We
threw
threw
them.
them that Saturday.
It was like they
We were
came in
so
on
excited.
Thursday, and we threw
Wow.
them Saturday because it was first off probably the best set of bags we had. But
Up to that point, we were throwing cornfield bags.
yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
And
But it
so
was like
we got those in. They had cheetah print. They were hot pink and yellow, and we
Yeah.
were like stoked.
I wonder
Yeah.
if anybody's got a new set of those. That's a set I like.
I don't.
yeah, that'd be a
That'd be hard as fuck. dude.
yeah,
Yeah, if you got some, let me know.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Don't let
But-
them know. Let me know.
And so
Like
back,
you could throw whatever. You
yeah,
know, you could
you
show,
could show
up
up
and
and throw as long as it wasn't cornfield.
Yeah,
You could throw.
if it was a pro style bag, you could show up and throw it.
Then
And it
then
didn't
they
matter.
enacted
The stamp.
co-branding.
Mhm.
Best business decision in my opinion TCL has
yeah.
ever made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, related to that,
It pissed a lot of players off though.
my opinion is as far as the PAs and the game changers,
Yeah.
TCO, that's fine. If you want to outlaw them to where you can't make anymore, that's fine. But the people that have them now,
Yeah.
let them have them. Let them keep playing with them.
Well, so
What do you think about that?
my thought on that is,
Unless they're about to get sued, like if game changers like, no, if you keep using them, we're gonna sue
no,
you
I don't
too."
think it's the fact that with the whole ACL deal now, it's just the fact that none of those bags can be sold anymore, from what I understand. It's not that they can't be used.
Mhm.
I'm in that same aspect of okay, I understand now where TCL is and Chad and Jason are. What people don't see is how many questions they get behind the scenes.
Oh my god.
You know, Grant answered this question of how many questions were answered
Yeah, multiple
over-
times.
him whenever he
overnight,
was
you know.
working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where they're trying to get away from it is to these people who say, how do I get a set of TCL game changers? How do I get a set of TCL Pro Advantages? How do I get this? How do I get that? And as of now, there's no patch bag that you could purchase.
Right.
Through
So,
TCL.
through TCL because of the all cornhole kind of
True.
deal that they have going on. But that's where I think it raises an issue on the game changers. But then
It's less work for them.
well,
For the
I don't even
administration.
think, I don't even think it's that. I think it's the fact of how are you going to allow this patch bag to be played whenever no other bag in your lineup has a patch availability. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like, if these people who have bought game changers, but nobody else can even buy a come and take it or a pay dirt anymore,
Mhm.
then how is it still allowed?
I mean, in city government, the whole grandfather clause is full
Yeah.
effect still.
Yeah, for sure.
I just
And
figure
that's-
like for
You-
example, if let's say my daughter winds up picking up cornhole after I'm gone and TCL's still around,
Yeah,
and she's like, shit,
I want to throw game changer.
yeah,
I got my dad's game changers right here.
Yeah.
Whatever, like I want to throw them. Like, sorry, kid, you can't.
yeah.
Or let's say you guys are like, you know what? We're not making bags anymore. That would be sad to me that you can't throw these things.
Yeah, well, and I would
just
agree.
because y'all ain't making them.
That's
anymore.
where I kind of agree with is.
I like the history part.
Yeah, for sure.
I just feel like
For
the
sure.
bags are part of the history of TCL.
To me, my personal thought on it is that if it was ever TCL stamped, it should always be allowed.
Yeah. So if it's not, that's why I want to collect these bags.
Yeah.
And just put them up in
Yeah.
a little museum,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
cool.
well, I mean, because like I get not letting people throw a non-stamped TCL game changer or a non-stamped game changer
Right.
coming in. I get that, but I mean, there's people who have dropped $300, $400, $500 on a set of TCL game changers at one point. Now they're like, that's worth nothing. So
remember.
I can't
and
do
I'm-
anything with it.
I agree with that too. My personal feel on it is, but I'm not having to fill the calls, right?
Mhm.
My personal feel is, if it has ever been released through TCL and it's stamped,
Mhm.
it's there. It's good until they bust,
Yeah.
or they break or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. If it
Yeah.
busts, it's done.
You have a lifetime of a bag.
But at the
you
same
know?
time, I can't imagine Chad and Jason getting emails after emails after emails or calls saying, "Hey, how
How
do
can I get these?"
how does that guy be able to play with them and I can't?"
Because there's always a new player. I
Exactly.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean the growth in the game over the last 3 years, and really we're on what, year 2 now, where there's no more
Mhm.
co-branded game changers or PAs. It might even be closer to 3 years.
Here's the
So-
fear that I have. I don't fear it in TCL because they're not moving that direction. My fear with the ACL is that you're fixing to see them go year specific.
Yeah.
And this is just my personal opinion. for money-making purposes.
Whenever they started branding it as a 21-22 design,
I think you're fixing to see, okay, a bag is released, and whenever it's released, it's only going to be good for
the year, the
18
stamp year,
months,
the stamp year that's there.
or 2 years, or
Yeah.
that's the fear I have. And,
Right.
and when you start moving that direction, you start talking about really hurting the players,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and again, I don't see that with TCL because there's never even been conversations about year markings.
Yeah.
It's I think my understanding of it is they're trying to phase out bags that it's not an equal opportunity
To be able to purchase
for
it.
all players.
Right.
That's my understanding, is they're trying to make an equal opportunity for you, him, and me to be able to go and say, I can get my hands on this,
Yeah.
and whatever bag I want.
But
So
is that really a true question though? Because how often can you hop on and grab a certain style of bag right now on the TCL site?
right.
You know, I mean, to me, it's almost an invalid point because for about a year and a half solid, you couldn't hop on the website and
You get
grab
board
a
bullies.
throwing stones bag
Right.
or a board bully, or I mean, everything was selling out. So it's now.
I don't like that they're phasing them out.
No,
That's
I
my
don't.
simple answer.
Actually, I do because I hate playing game changers. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate playing against them, so I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Everybody-
PAs used to be my baby, so
Oh yeah.
you know, I'd hate to see them go.
If anybody has teal TCL PAs that are in excellent
Dude, you know
condition, let me
this.
know.
I'll find you some.
Okay.
I'll find you some.
Yeah.
We'll find
I
a
need
set.
those.
Yeah, we'll find a set for sure.
So what are you
I know
going to use
some.
against me today? Because I'm going to use these. I'm going to use.
Are we throwing against you, or are we
Yeah.
throwing separate, or how are we doing it?
I told Randy that y'all were going to come, and all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, I got this soccer game to go to," and he had an excuse.
Or do you want to see how me and you fare against him, or you want to play
We
us?
can do both.
Okay.
We can do me walking y'all, and then we can do what you just said.
Me and you against.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
I
give
think
me.
that'd be great.
I'll throw agents then, or I'll throw our.
No,
yeah.
we pick your bags.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, not out of
We've
all.
got.
No,
Oh yeah. We've got a lot to
No.
choose from.
You can do it.
Not out of the. Okay.
You
Deal.
can do it.
You got it. Let's do it.
So
Y'all
what-
go ahead and warm up.
So what are we gonna throw
I'm gonna
against?
kick the heater. Go ahead and practice. What do you think about the boards?
How long?
How much you want for 'em?
Yeah, I just asked Mason. What do you think it'd take for him?
Man, I paid about like, dude, that's the thing about Buffalo boards, they're expensive.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. This is the first
Set we've
set
ever
I've
seen.
ever seen.
Yeah.
They are impressive.
They're damn good looking, aren't
They
they?
are.
All right, you want on or off?
Let me go off.
Off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you be on that side. We'll go ahead and spin. Oh, and of course you'll get the first bag.
Yeah.
All right,
You want it down and back?
yeah, we'll start over here.
Okay.
Does that look good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go first. Okay. Over here, you getting it?
Oh, we want it?
This is down and back.
Okay.
Hey, how do you feel these boards are? Are they fast, slow, or?
I think they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. I don't feel like they're super fast.
Hey, the other day that it was raining real bad, like it was super humid in here, and I was throwing crackets, and they were just bunching up.
Really.
Yeah. Oh, look at that sneak around. Oh!
Ah.
Damn
Oh.
Alright,
All right, we're ready to roll it now.
here we go. your side
Yeah,
then.
that'll work.
Old school.
Oh, it's my bag, huh?
Yeah.
I forgot. Ooh.
Oh! That one for you?
Yeah.
Damn it. All right.
Well, dice won't work, Mason.
Pretty bag. Stay hot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn it. What's that?
One.
One? 101?
1 hour way.
Oh, damn.
1 hour way.
Oh, it's 7 to 6?
Yep.
Damn it. All right.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, I was thinking, no, that's trouble.
Oh, and one?
No.
You can do it.
No.
You can do it.
Oh! One.
That was the right formula.
Ah, wash.
That's a badass arrow, though.
He'll shoot that 9 out of 10 times.
Oh, yeah.
If you were wondering,
Yeah, the glory about that is awesome.
Yeah.
if there's, it doesn't have to be close. If he's got one, if a opponent's got one back here, he's gonna shoot the animal.
Yeah.
So,
Just
use
a-
that to your.
Only against you.
That's what I was telling them to do it.
Uh-oh. Nice.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Trouble.
Oh, that's going. Ooh. Oh.
Wow, we got a family going on. We're having a conversation.
Oh.
Woo! Two.
To your way.
I'll take it.
Don't want to drop.
Nope.
2 to 2. All right.
That's what I've been waiting on.
Yeah, church.
That one right there.
It works every time for me. Bye.
3 your way.
5-2 right side.
Nothing that.
I think that's 5-2 John giving up points.
That was nice.
Don't do that.
Damn, bullied my play away.
Back of the hole.
Oh, he wants an air one so bad.
You think I hit that one?
Maybe step out.
You sure bully it, but you can't air one it.
You can step out.
Oh!
One his way?
Yeah.
Golly.
Look, I can't be having that down there.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna give them up down here.
No. You.
Ooh.
Oh.
Little 4-piece.
Oh.
2. All right. 6-4.
6-4.
CJ.
We're just gonna call him Nevis.
Yeah,
I like
Nevis.
that better.
Yeah.
That's what I've called you for over a year.
It's all okay. I'm
And
used
now
to
you
it.
told me it's something different. I just can't accept it, really.
It's all good. Everybody's got a nickname.
Right.
My nickname is Nevis.
Nevis.
Well, I tell you what, Nevis.
Basically said, no chance, that's how you say it. I said, absolutely. It's Nevis.
No way in hell.
Why are you throwing so much better against me than you are him?
It's the bags.
Can I get that?
Maybe I'm an offload player. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be what it
Almost. Just one back too short. Oh, he got you.
Golly. Little 4-piece. Trey really fills that, John. This is how Trey felt at City.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's okay. I've been doing it to you for years.
Yeah. I brought out my inner John at City.
Oh,
See?
damn it, my
So
first
you,
bag
so you
sucks.
prefer off the ball.
I'm finding out, yeah.
Seeing that?
I'm finding out, yeah.
I might want to consider this when you play together.
Yeah. I'm finding that out.
Look at there.
Uh-oh.
Don't you know he goes right to left back? Quit blocking
Disgusting.
left side.
That's really not what I was trying to do.
I'm just glad you're hitting the board.
Yeah, me too.
That was rude. Oh boy.
I'll take it.
3.
I'll take it.
13 to 4.
I was trying to get an airmail crack.
13 to 4, Nevis.
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 Well, I
Nevis
tell you
is
what,
up.
Nevis is winning right now.
Yeah.
Damn it. First bag sucks. Ah.
I was kind of thinking you were going to shoot the M1, Nevis.
I'm
Saving it for the last bag?
I'm about to.
I ain't got that confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There it is. There's the M1.
And when you're oh no, shit.
Here he goes.
Ah! Is that a wash?
That's a wash.
Yeah.
The glory of the animal is just too good to pass up.
Right.
Hey, at least I was on target enough to wash it out.
Damn right.
That's true. I'd have blown it off the right side.
My bigger thing.
Yeah, well, that's yours.
Look at that.
And one.
Oh!
And one.
Oh! Dude!
I tried.
That would have been crazy if he would have got it.
He hadn't hit one. He hadn't hit one of those since Vietnam.
Wow.
No.
That's crazy. Hey, they don't call them collectors for nothing.
Right.
Right.
It's a great game at 16-4 here.
Yeah, we're really competing on it.
We aren't finished. See, look. Ooh. That's that.
Bonnie made it first bag.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for us. I hope you blow the next 3 forehead.
I'm blocked. Don't worry.
Oh. Oh.
The bag.
It's the bag. Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, you may have found your bag.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
Oh, snowboard.
Oh!
So,
Damn.
I mean,
Look, JT, you can't lose it down there.
Hey, I didn't pick these bags for nothing, dude. I like them. They feel great. They feel like they were made for these hands.
Uh-huh.
they look like throwing down there against him.
We're in the process of the comeback now. See there? We're up to 5. Oh!
Oh, I wanted it.
And 1.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
And 1.
Messed me up.
Oh!
Oh, the game of the M1. I'll take it.
Nice little 7 spot.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Uh-oh. Now it's a
Thank you.
game.
Wow.
This is like Upchurch and Garnica.
Yeah.
Weren't they down 20-1?
Yeah, they're down 20 to 1. Yeah,
Pretty
close.
close here. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Damn it. I'm just on a bad streak right now. Oh my god. Here's that D player. Oh no, C player now.
See?
Let's see now.
Ah.
Oh,
They're on the left.
oh. You got to pick your spot, right?
A 10 spot wins it.
Are you? Damn it. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Uh-oh.
So I gotta.
You gotta board it
Okay.
to keep yourself in it.
Fuck me, dude. A 7 and a fucking. Wow.
Ah.
Oh my god.
7?
2 7s in a row to make it an 18-point tie ball game.
Oh.
just for me to blow it.
This is where John thrives.
This is.
At least you got first back.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
C1, a weak C should be D. Right here.
Yeah.
Here we go. But I got it back. I got a gambler.
You ever heard of a shankopotamus? There it is.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh!
Nice, baby.
That's a great bag right
Let's
there.
show Mason. Why should he play?
Oh! Oh.
3 wins it, huh?
Yeah, but 2 doesn't.
Good.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No!
Oh.
Shit.
Okay, here we go.
I shanked that.
Are you trying to drag that?
Oh, I'm not trying.
All right.
Just the wrong side. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
Hey, look, next time if you would step out and go slick side, you could and one this one off the side and then grab your three.
See? Davis, he's always looking for an and one.
Sound like my middle school coach.
Right.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go.
Wow.
Nevis just needs one.
Davis.
Davis.
No, what the fuck is up with the side, man?
Oh,
Fuck. Go.
Mason!
I want to make it fair.
Damn it. Okay, I'm going 2 left, so that means I need to go stand a little bit better.
You need to un-up church or up church.
I know, I fucking play like this all the time.
You need to straighten that stance out a little bit.
Fucking, it's all up church's fault.
Oh,
We're in business.
Uh-oh.
we're not.
We are not.
Oh, man, they're barely getting on the board too, man.
This has got to be a block here.
Oh!
Ah!
Oh, yes.
I'm going to hit that one.
Gotta go for the M1 now.
Hey, Lord.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
He fucking hits him every fucking time.
21-18.
I don't know if you know.
21-18.
How Mason, somewhat, in my opinion, has his name in TCL. Was that 18 or 19, Mason? He goes to Abilene. I couldn't go.
Yeah.
He goes to Abilene, and they've got the live feed going. And he's kind of a new up and comer. Johnny knew him, and I mean, he's a good thrower.
Yeah.
And he gets on the live feed and starts throwing against Christian Espinosa. That's where it kind of started. But he also had a live feed against Eddie Grindersley.
Grindersley?
Throwing slide right.
And he's throwing. And he starts just open board everybody. He gets pissed off. He's got the throwback anchor.
I used to put one like right
So-
there.
And then just start shooting.
Shoot there, but a little bit tougher.
But he got down a game or two and he got pissed off. I was watching him. I could tell. He's so mad. No bags on board. He's just open board everywhere. And so
How many did you make in there?
it was impressive.
Really?
He's a really good aircraft.
Fuck yeah, dude. Every time he's trying to freaking knock my
But
dog, he was making it.
see the flop game came along.
And it took away my aircraft.
That's what I heard. It makes everybody.
He started really developing it and got away from shooting airplanes.
So what side are you gonna play?
Me and you, right?
Yeah.
Against him. So
We don't have any agents broken into it.
how about I play it off, you play on.
Okay.
Well,
He's gonna play a block game.
he just threw it. 14 against me off board.
Yeah, but he threw better on.
Off.
You want on or off?
Fuck it. You play on this side, I'll play on this side.
Let's go. Are you good with gamblers? You want to go?
Yeah, let's do gamblers.
Okay.
Alright.
So don't mind these; they're a little dirty.
No, it's all good.
Okay, you ready?
I'm gonna throw dealers.
So look,
I know you are.
dealers. Okay.
The sexy
Oh,
dealership.
hold on. This game we get the tickets back. Yes?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah?
Shit. All right. Give him a fastback.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking. So, but here's the problem. He really likes those. You see him pick those up.
I say
I don't like
No,
those.
let's go to those dealers. I want to see what dealers.
dealers.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's gonna whoop our ass. But okay.
Yeah. Let's make it interesting. We get first back since we're the weak seeds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
You got it.
Okay. Oh shit.
That was me. That was me.
Right. What's the problem with this spot down there? Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice bag.
Bye.
Get over.
Hey, good bag, man. It's a good block.
Probably gonna come around it, but.
Oh,
that's
that was
dirty.
fucking nice. That's
12-5?
No, 10-5.
5?
Yeah, 9-5. Sorry.
9-5. 4.
Jeez. That hurt.
Second bag. All right. We gonna score on them. It's all good.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got those out of the backpack, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, tear them up.
can't do this one. Let me do it. It's alright.
Oh boy. Well, 3 spot here.
Fuck!
3 spot.
Ah!
Come on, Nevis.
Thanks, Nevis.
God damn it.
I've got his number down here.
That's a loud ass bag.
Get up.
Good bag.
Oh no!
Same bag. Normal.
Oh no!
5 to 6.
I got one.
I was trying to get that one on the left.
Yeah,
Pull it in, and I just.
you got greedy.
I did. I got greedy, and I just flubbed it.
You got greedy, but you don't throw greedy.
Right. Ah, boy.
Knock his off. Damn it.
There we go.
Oh.
6-3. We're on the board. No, 6-4. We got 2.
There you go.
Okay. We're on it.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
First bag. I feel good about it.
Great bag. Oh, that's a great bag too. Ah. Oh. Let's get back. That's how he started.
Yeah, but see, watch this shit.
You finished how you started. Nice fucking bag.
That
That's a 4-piece.
Yeah. I knew better.
I think he prefers water.
He does. He does. feet blocker right there. And he rolls right over. I mean, and see, I can't do anything with it.
No, just normal bag.
Slip
Maybe you
side.
get lucky, you push it in, normal bag. Like that bag's not even there.
Ah!
One my way. 11-2.
Alright. That was a good bag.
That's a sexy bag.
You didn't try to do anything fancy.
Right.
Like a hand one.
Yeah, right.
Who would do that? I could land a blocker on it.
Oh!
Stay on the board.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Dude! I have these moments, man.
Oh!
9 puts us at a little 20 to
I threw
2
a zero,
action.
so I don't know, I threw a zero.
You're alright.
He's used to that.
Good God. Hey, game point on you, man.
At least it wasn't a 10, right?
Yeah. Oh!
Hey, is that draggable?
Come on. Of course it is. It always is. Back right.
The way your ear must be.
Hold it.
I'll see how later, guys. That was a sick drag.
Oh no. Right behind him.
Oh, baby!
It stayed on.
Yeah, not for long.
That'd be badass.
Oh!
Hold on.
Dude, that was so close, man.
No, you do it.
Oh my god, if you would have did it to him.
He got 1, right?
Did he? No.
Yeah. I had 2 off the back.
8-7, right?
You had 2 up the back?
Yeah.
No, you dragged one in, remember?
Yeah. It should be 8-7. We should have one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Did he throw 1 off the board?
no. Because I know you dragged, so these were in, you got one on, so it's 7 to.
Should be 7-8 us,
Yeah,
right?
he had 1 in.
Oh, okay.
He had 2 in, so it should be 1 him.
He just wants to be me.
Oh, really? I thought so. Didn't he go an 8?
Did you knock mine? I thought I threw an 8.
Oh, no.
Or did you knock me off?
I knocked yours off.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. That's
It
it.
was almost an error.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, just this one back, let's see who gets more arrows.
Okay.
4 bags, let's see who gets more arrows.
Okay.
Do you want your bag of preference? Okay. Do you want me to go first? Or
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Close.
Oh!
Oh.
Damn it.
Well, nice playing, you fellas.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Nice roasting you.
Yeah. You know.
He's used to that.
You know.
That was fucking dope. That was dope. So now.
I'm gonna need that air mount drag on like repeat.
Oh, dude. That was fucking badass. And you called it too.
Yeah.
I knew it was.
You're like, hey, is that draggable? And I like sarcastically was like, yeah.
Look, here's
I want him to miss.
No, here's the thing with Mason. Okay, I'm gonna explain something.
Nothing's not draggable.
If he asks you,
Hey, turn off the heater.
if he asks you if that's draggable, he's already made his mind up. He's shooting at it.
So you better
all
tell
he's-
me yes.
All he's looking for is a little boost of confidence. Like, yes,
Right.
back right.
Trey, you hear that?
Yeah.
It's almost his way of calling it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes
It's
sense.
like 8-ball corner pocket.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
You know?
Yeah. So in pool, is that how you play too? You're like, hey, can I
Oh,
ball
that's-
corner pocket this?
I suck at pool. I'm terrible.
Okay,
Venerable?
but no, but let me tell you, he's the same way at golf.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So if you go out and play with him, and he steps up for a drive and he says, "Hey man, you think I could drive that green?" He's not asking if you can do it. He's looking for a little boost of confidence to get him over that hump.
So you both play golf.
I
Yeah.
have. It's our
Are
golfing.
you pretty good at golf?
I actually played in college.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
I played at a university called Laterno University in Long Beach. So,
You think you could beat Tony Romo in a game?
I actually played in the same pro event. I think it was the exact same pro event that Tony Romo played in at the Cascades in Tyler. It was Texas State Open. So we
How did y'all do?
I shot 75, 72. I missed the cut, but I think he shot like 78, 80. So
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah.
He's a pretty talented dude, though.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Fuck yeah. My last question that I had from before we started playing:
Yeah.
will y'all ever make ACO bags? Is that ever? Or you know what? Even if you don't, what would be the name of your ACO company?
So that's hard for us to answer because obviously the dream is to go big, right?
Yeah.
That's obviously a realistic dream.
Of course.
Is
Anything you do.
Yeah.
it the
for
direction that we want to go? Because I don't feel like either one of us have a desire to do this full time because
Right.
we're both very secure in our day job.
Sure. Yeah.
And so that jump is scary.
Right.
Because,
you're not fully
because,
committed.
because
Yeah,
our,
you're committed,
our
yeah.
goal when we started this, and I think now, has never been screw the man, we're trying to start our own
Yeah,
business,
yeah.
right? It's we love this game. Let's see if we can do it.
And contribute to it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so, obviously,
I mean, I'll put an aspect in it that if both of our wives had a secure job that would play a big role in helping pay bills monthly, I would say we would probably say, screw it, let's go all in.
Yeah.
But we're like, the bread maker for both families, and it's something that we can't give up our day job and our money maker for what
risk
people
like
say cornhole
Okay.
bag making.
That's a good name for a bag, the moneymaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
So
it's not off the table.
It's not.
The ACL market's not off the table.
We've talked about that. It's going to depend on how ACL reacts to new manufacturers coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told that it could get pretty expensive. They're trying
Oh,
to kind
yeah.
of weed out the smaller manufacturers.
Yeah.
For instance, it used to be like I believe it was a $1,500 pretty much set up vendor fee, and then $1,000 per bag series that was a pro series bag.
Per stamp.
If it was a
1,000 per.
Yeah, if it was a competitive bag, then I think.
And
it
we
was
may be
like
wrong, but that's our
500.
understanding
That's still
of the current policy.
Yeah. So, but I've been told that the current policy is going to be changed, and that it could be.
Yeah, the more demand,
upwards-
the more expensive.
It could be upwards of probably $5,000 to get in, and then it could be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 per bag series.
Wow.
So we can't answer that question
Mhm.
until July hits, and we see what the bag policy is for bag manufacturers and see. But
Right.
as far as the company name,
Yeah.
I honestly,
That's fun to at least think about that.
I honestly don't think I have one.
So
But then,
I'll
is that
lean-
against ACO rules that you can't have the same name in TCO? Is
Correct.
that- oh, yeah.
right, so
Yeah, it has to be a completely different entity. And that's why whenever we first said that we set the business up in our wives' names,
Mhm.
it's because we obviously had plans to go into the ACL market and to set. Yeah, and so we
The
knew.
market just changed so fast too.
Well, yeah, but we knew that it had to be separate entities and it needed to be under two completely different people's names.
Right.
So
we
set
kind
it
of
up that way.
put it number one because they're homemakers, and so
Yeah.
to show them some income
Yeah,
Sure.
eventually, if
Right.
we can
ever
stop
get
buying
there.
stuff.
Right.
But secondary to that was, in case of future plans moving to the ACL, it would allow us, the girls, to have TCL business name and it still free us up to be on.
Under an ACL.
ACL.
name.
That's badass.
Right.
So,
Obviously,
And I'm sure they're just as driven as y'all are,
right.
yeah.
if not more.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, my name goes something around TBB because I'm really biased to that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the TBB.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I saw that on the back of a truck the other day. So if
Really?
I think it was something else.
No, it wasn't us.
No,
We don't
I
have
know.
any
I was like,
stickers.
what the fuck?
Unless we have a really big fan out there that
I was
we
like,
don't
are they in
know
Garden?
about.
I was like, what?
It took us so long, and it currently takes us so long to come up with a bag name and a design.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we really take that much. Are we doing the designs? No. Okay, we hire some of our own designs, yes. But as far as the TCL designs, we're hiring that out because we wanted that quality.
Right.
Shout out to Stan
Wasink.
He's
Wasink Creative.
Yeah, Wasink
He is.
Creative.
Yeah.
He's
Phenomenal.
legit.
He's very creative.
And
Very.
we felt like for the TCL market, we wanted to offer the players something just really badass designs.
Yeah.
But we're still coming up with the bag names and a concept,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot. I mean,
Well-
same thing with the business name. We really had a hard time with it. We
Yeah.
felt like we wanted TBB and the bag brokers. And so it's almost like, okay, that TBB is, we could really spin off of that and us two branch. If we were to go there,
Go into
branch
like
off and say
the Texas
Terry
Bag,
Brothers.
or yeah, the Texas Bag Brothers, or you could do a whole range of
Just keep
things.
the TBB.
Keep the TBB under, and it has no correlation between the two other than the TBB because it's kind of what we built it from.
That's
So
what's up, man.
So
it's kind of
That is called game planning.
yeah, that's kind of our thought behind it.
Yeah.
Is where we kind of went with it, but that wouldn't be it.
Our dream obviously would be to have 20 bag series with TCL
Yeah.
and continue to grow and the demand be there with TCL and not
So 20 bag series, that means they're all different speeds.
Yes.
Oh,
Good
Well,
God.
not necessarily all different speeds, because I'm a firm believer in two bags can be the exact same speed rating.
That's true.
I hate speed ratings.
That's true.
I hate
That's-
speed ratings because whenever you get into speed ratings, me and John Zarzinski believe the exact same thing into speed ratings. I could tell somebody it's a 5.9 and it's going to be a 5.9 out the gate, and then whenever it's broken, it's a 3.
Right.
or it's a 5.9 at a regional,
yeah.
but you go to a SIG,
SIG
and
event,
it's
it's
a
a-
3.9
exactly.
or a
Or it's a
3.7.
chubby 5.9 and a slinky 5.9.
Yep. And it all depends. Not only that, but what's the humidity that day? What we just saw. I throw a bag lofted about 6 feet in the air more than you do.
So is it going
You
to be?
know,
Is our gambler going to be a 6.9 in your hands and 6.9 in his hands?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
You know?
I don't believe a speed rating. A speed rating to me is almost as significant as a speed limit sign in today's world.
True.
It's just a guidance of okay, this is kind of the range that it's in, and because it's all determined on kind of how many revolutions you throw in a bag, how
What
how
kind of
high it
break-in
is,
process
what
you
kind
go
of
to.
break-in
There's
process.
so
you do.
many variables.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just not true. It's not a true speed rating because I don't know that there really is one. So
saying 20 bag series. Yeah,
I know, that's fucking amazing.
Well,
yeah,
Good God.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we had hopes. Our hope for this year for TCL was to finish this season with 7 to 8 different series.
And we're probably gonna be there. We have 4 as of now. 2 that are gonna be probably, I wouldn't say released at next SIG, but they're gonna be through the approval process at the next SIG. And then we already have a few more in the works. So
Obviously, it hinges on Chet and
All
Jason.
that tells me is just passion.
yeah,
You guys got passion.
yeah,
And just like Tom Brady, he hasn't retired yet because he's still got freaking passion.
that's
Right.
the truth.
As long as you got the freaking passion, you can
Yeah.
keep on doing it.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
all you gotta do is push it.
Well,
So-
the big
Yeah.
thing is that you pick up. We've got 4 bag series. All of them are different. They're different
Mhm.
feel. They're different.
Mhm.
They may be similar materials, right?
Yeah.
But we started out with a lumpy full bag in the dealer. Okay. We wanted to offer a slower
And
bag.
we just beat our ass with it too.
Right. We wanted to offer a slower bag, so we came out with the Yeti, but with a slicker fast side.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we came out with an agent.
Yeah.
Okay. because a lot of people were slinging Yetis. So
And I think Agent, more than anything, it wasn't like a replica of a Yeti to us. It was more of in our eyes, we wanted it to be more of a glorified
carpet.
board bully.
Mm.
Is kind of what we shot for, because I think the slick side of a board bully is really good, but I think its carpet's good, but there's not as much play to it. You can't do a whole lot with it, and so
Somebody told me that the Greed is kind of more like a PA, and that the Lust is more like a board bully.
yeah,
Is that
I
true?
would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Greed Agent, the Agent has done well. It's done okay, but the carpet bag game at the beginning of this year was absolutely flooded. I mean, you had, I think we counted up one day. I think there were 7 or 8 different bag series that came out with the exact same materials that were on the Agent. That are in now. There's probably 10 series that all have that exact same. So
It
carpet's
really
just
was-
really flooded.
It was kind of deflating for. I've never really talked to him about this, but coming into this season,
Yeah.
it was almost deflating because we did a lot of testing on that bag and felt like we had a badass design. We had really put in the work to offer a more true traditional carpet.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
the dealer was a little faster,
Yeah.
and so it came out and it really didn't do as well as what we were hoping. And so it was almost kind of like this setback of like doubting yourself, right? Because you take the lull of the summer, you know, there's really not much business going on.
True,
So we're kind of using that as test. And so then we release it, we're really excited about it. The Agent was kind of his baby, honestly. And so I think more so I felt it for him of this deflation of like, God, it didn't do what I was hoping it'd do.
Yeah.
I've
And-
thrown them, dude. They're fucking badass. They throw
But
It's not. And
It
that's
took
what I'm saying.
about-
I don't
So
think
if I
it's
just don't have such a flat bag.
well,
I
I
don't think-
can't throw them
I don't
because I
think
don't
it's
have a
a-
flat enough bag.
I don't think it's a bad bag. I think, like I said earlier, I think the carpet game just got so flooded. That's why, if you look at our last two
True. Very
releases,
flooded.
Well,
at,
and that's
at our last 2 releases after the Agent, we went back to the drawing board, and we actually had more carpet bags planned, and we said we aren't doing it
after that.
So,
And that's what I was going to finish with is after about 4 to 6 weeks of kind of drawing back and just kind of thinking,
Right.
I was like, well, okay, maybe it's not us or the bag. It's you look at what was pushed through TCL. It was carpet, 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 carpet.
yep.
And so
Yeah.
I think
Life's all about timing.
Oh yeah.
and I think it made us realize, okay, what direction do we need to go in? Okay, and so we have a lot of different bag series, but they each feel different. They each play different. We purposely did that so any player skill set E to A can walk up and grab a bag. He can walk up and grab an Agent and throw the shit out of it.
True.
Okay, where I need to walk up and grab a Gambler or Collector because it's a little more forgiving. It's a little more
a little
feels-
faster.
Okay, and so we kind of mimicked of like that of we don't want to just go this standard, the same resin in every bag. We're using the same fabric on all the bags. We want to do okay. You're brand new. You've been playing 2 months. Try this.
True.
You've been playing for 5 years, but you're tired of your old.
Shit, and if you got 20 sets out there,
Yeah.
my God, yeah, you
Yeah.
got everything that anybody needs.
Right.
So we may not get there.
Well,
but,
and really, I think more than anything is TCL gambled on us when we first started, you know, and so the ACL talk is really kind of it's hard for us because I think Chad and Jason would love to say, yeah, you know, you guys go and do it. I don't think we would ever have a conversation with them and they'd say, no, you know, we aren't going to support that. They would support us 100%, but
Oh yeah.
there's a loyalty between us and them that they gave us a shot. So if we're still busy with everything that we have going on through TCL, why look at another avenue, you know, until we start to slow down? So
Exactly.
that's kind of where we kind of stand on it. But
What do you got? What advice you got for people that are like trying to? Because I thought you guys were freaking ballsy to go up against, you know, throwing stones when y'all did, because that was at their peak, their height.
yeah,
And then somebody coming in right now, I think they got balls now because there's just so much competition.
yeah,
I mean, you already got 4 big fours.
Yep.
Before it was just throwing stones.
yep.
Now it's 4.
Yep.
4 big guys.
Well, it's funny.
What would you tell those people that are trying to come into the game?
So it's funny that you're saying that, because honestly, when we came into it, like I don't know that I felt like, or he felt like, hey, we're going to come into this and try to knock Stone off.
No.
Right? It was more so of like dude, he's pushing out some bags.
Yeah.
And we know there's other materials out there.
Yeah.
And so I think to have faith in your template, your resin, your fabric, and trust the process. And if your first bag doesn't take off, you got to keep plugging. Because you look, the dealer, I'm telling you, our first 3 releases last year sold out with under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay? They didn't slow down until this coming year because new shiny toy, right? You had so many new bags. So then we dropped the agent. It really didn't take off. We're kind of on this high, like, dude, the dealer's done well.
Yeah.
You know, we were confident in our business that we hit it with the dealer. Then you drop this agent, and it's like, it didn't do bad.
Y'all released that dealer at Shreveport, right? I think
At
that's the first one I saw
Shreveport,
the sample.
Yes, it was the sample sets. At
I remember I saw it. I
Shreveport.
was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny story. That SIG I wasn't at, he was there. He called me. And was it a
They just had it on the
sample?
register.
Or was it
It was all colorways. We had
Okay.
already done regional director sets, and they had a colorway of each sitting up front so everybody could see them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
It hit.
Yeah.
Most people, there's a guy from our area out there that has told me how trash the dealers are. It's so bad that he threw them out the window driving home one night.
Yeah.
They were so bad he just chunked them out the window.
That's amazing.
And I stood there and I listened. Whatever.
You're
And
not going to please everybody.
And you know what I said? You know what I said?
Whatever.
I said, would you believe me if I told you that TCL and us have pushed over 600, right around 700 sets to date?
Right.
He almost fell on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, no way.
Dude,
and I
that's
said,
some work
yes.
too, man.
I said,
That's
yes.
some work.
So I guess that's the thing is we were kind of coming off of this high. Like, okay, the dealers, like, are they taking off like, you know, you keep referring to Stones, like the Minotaurs or the Yays. No. Were they keeping us busy as a new company? Absolutely,
Yeah.
we were content. Then you drop the agent, and it kept us busy, but it didn't take off like we hoped. And so, to me, that would be my knowledge. To
You know
do
what
that.
y'all have done that nobody else has done in TCO is that you guys have introduced a herringbone bag, or at least I think, to the game
Yeah.
TCO without underwear,
Yeah.
and it hasn't, it hasn't had problems about busting.
Yeah. Well, and
Like,
that's.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck y'all did, but it's
So we actually,
There's a backstory to this. That's actually really.
that was our
and it-
biggest
It's
fear.
really
and
scary.
it's not diagonal or nothing. It's
No.
straight.
It's straight up and down.
Yeah,
So that was our biggest fear of that bag,
like it's crazy.
Yeah.
and we had a set.
I can. I'll
2 bags
I'll tell a
bust.
story. We had a guy. We pushed a lot of dealers before we actually went into TCL, and sold them. Got them into a bunch of people's hands because we wanted to say, okay, what do you got? What are the thoughts on this? You know, what?
Right.
How do people react to them? This and that.
And will they hold up?
And will they hold up? Because it was herringbone.
Yeah.
And that was right when Minotaurs had kind of started busting, and the
They
material.
started busting at College Station
Yeah.
right here.
And so we ended up sending a guy a set out, and he threw them for probably a month and a half, and maybe not even that long, maybe 3 weeks, something like that. And we're in the middle of production for
Their
first release, and I get a message and says, "Hey man,
Was that before Shreveport?
no. This is after regional directors had already gotten theirs, but into the first 220 sets that
initial
TCL ordered.
order.
And it was, he sends me a message and says, "Hey man, I just had 2 bags bust on me," and I'm like,
Fuck.
"Oh my gosh."
Because we were really concerned about it.
Yeah, I mean, we were concerned because we're like, how is the material's known, that herringbone is known for busting. So this dude he was from like the northwest Dallas, somewhere around there, that was around. And I said, "Look man, I will replace your entire set and give you another set for free if you will meet me to get those bags from you because I wanted to dissect them, see what in the world happened. Why did they bust?
Right.
But we're right in the middle of the order. And so it's
There's
already
no
kind of
turning
like
back.
too late. No turning back now. And so I get them back. And
We won't say what happened, but it was something. It was human error in our process,
in my process,
in this
I'm a-
scissor hands
That's good.
process.
That's good. That's a freaking relief.
I'm a lefty.
It was.
I'm a lefty, and I don't. Most people don't know this. There's actually something that is built a left-handed pair of scissors.
Uh-huh.
Some people don't know this,
I
but
didn't even
No.
know there's scissors there.
If you were born unfortunate and left-handed,
they make a
then
pair of
you're
scissors.
just stuck with right-handed scissors
No.
using on your left hand. That's what I told them.
No,
I said, we're not buying you left-handed scissors.
But
They don't make them. Use these.
but he found out shortly that they do. They make left-handed scissors,
So-
and so the blades are reversed, so that you can actually see where you're cutting. Does that make sense?
It doesn't because I just never. That's like.
So
I
anyways,
am neither.
so
Just
anyways,
use it. Imagine kids
Yeah.
in elementary school.
right?
They're
Okay.
like having a hard ass time. Like, what the hell?
Same thing. Did you know with left-handers, there's a left-handed binder, like
A binder.
the spiral folders. There's a left-handed because whenever you write, you're writing on the spiral.
Oh shit. See, there's too many right-handed people in
Okay,
the world that they
okay,
don't
but
care
listen,
about the left
But
hand.
you know what's funny? He knows all this about lefties, and he's not even a lefty.
I am a lefty.
Well, how did he just throw against you?
I'm what's
Think
called
about it.
I'm what's called ambidextrous.
No, he's what's called. Well, I'm not going to say it on air, but
He gonna
he's
gonna
just
say
a freak.
effed up.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Think
So-
about it.
Like I
He
play
just threw against you right-handed.
I play
Yeah.
pool
He plays
left-handed.
golf.
I shoot a gun left-handed. I shoot a basketball right-handed. I throw bags right-handed.
Is that just random or you practice?
It's just random.
Because you got injuries and you're like Holly went left-handed for a little bit.
Oh no.
No. He's just.
I'm
weird.
born that way.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm left eye dominant, but
badass, dude.
yeah. So, anyways, back to the
You
left-handed
got
scissors.
2022?
Yeah,
Cool.
back to the left-handed scissors. I'm cutting with a right-handed pair of scissors, and
Hey, you know what?
obviously,
That also means you always got an excuse.
yeah, exactly.
It's because I'm right-handed.
I'm
it's
actually,
because I'm
I'm
left-handed.
actually left-handed, but I've been doing this right-handed.
That's badass though.
So anyway, I'm cutting this bag with a
Yeah.
pair of right-handed scissors.
With a pair of regular
And
scissors.
you can't see anything,
Yeah.
and I trim it a little too close, and
Oh,
ends
so-
up fibers just start separating. So
Gotcha.
it was like a
We-
huge relief. And then he
It's
said,
gotta have that extra.
"Yeah,
Dude.
you gotta have a little extra so they can kind of stretch on you." But he said, "No more cutting." And I
You
said,
know what the underwear does? It gives it that
No.
way extra.
No.
No, that's in the. So what we realized was, okay, this is a part of our process. This isn't the fabric.
Yeah.
This isn't the material that the reason it busted. It was simply
Simply
because
us.
we trimmed it too close.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it just wasn't giving.
Yeah.
The others it's a weakness, in my opinion. And we have the material, we've tested around with it. The wizard material, the Minotaur material,
The
whatever.
Just
Really?
flip your
Really.
material.
Well, what it is,
So-
no, it's actually if you look at our herringbone compared to a wizard, your actual fibers are way tighter in ours. That's why it's not as soft. It's not as
This is more rigid.
this is a
Yes.
more rigid. But the others, it's known because the actual fibers can't hold up to as much throwing as you're going to have.
They're just
And it's
not
gonna
as, they're
start
not as tight.
They're not as
Right.
tight weaved. It's a little looser weave, and it's going to start separating no matter
So the
what.
underwear just kind of prevents from the separating happening so fast.
The underwear helps from losing material that's inside of the bag is all that it does.
Oh, it's just a.
it's just to hold the resin
Oh.
inside the bag, and that's
It's
it.
kind of like a water
So-
heater with the little pan underneath.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
what
I
that-
think you're
okay.
getting, in my opinion, I think the underwear, you're getting protection in the seam too.
You're gonna get a little
In the
bit,
seam.
but
Your outer.
Just because it's
your
extra
stitch.
long.
yeah,
But-
but overall, well, how many times have we seen it? Donnie Greer brought us a set, and it literally had
Busted in the middle.
It had a butt crack in the middle of the bag, and all you could see is just this, what you're calling underwear, underneath it, holding the
Resin.
resin in.
Can you spin the bag?
Yeah,
Really? Did you practice doing that?
that.
Did you practice that? Or
No.
just- what the fuck? That's so crazy.
No.
I can't do it. I've practiced.
And I've
Yeah.
had people, they can do it, but they do it on the fat side.
Uh-huh.
You know,
On
because
the
it's
fast
easier.
side.
But
Oh.
I've heard that if you spin your bag
Yeah,
on herringbone, that's what makes that hole too.
Yeah, because
That's what I heard.
you're wearing out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
because you're
makes
wearing
sense,
out
'cause you're wearing
fibers
out
there.
So we have that material. We actually this past summer talked about making. A
We
bag
actually had a test set.
with it. Yeah, I almost brought them. We
Yeah.
got a test set of
Practically
with the
a
herringbone
lizard.
with 0 underwear.
Yeah.
But we were scared to death to release it, like what
John
Big
did.
D went through.
Yeah.
Is kudos to him for doing what he did.
Yeah.
But
That
we
was-
were scared to death to
Yeah.
get in a situation like
You're
that.
welcome to just make a little test run and just give me some bags and I'll
Yeah.
throw them
Yeah.
out there. Throw them at switch holders.
So-
Try them out.
You
Yeah.
may do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't
that's
know
where
what that material.
that's what's really big about, to me, the biggest thing that Big D did right out of the gate was he could have had a really, really, really bad experience and said, I'm not replacing any of these. And I honestly don't know that he would have had as much success in his bags that he does now if he did it that way. He probably would have lost some following, but there is no telling how much money he dropped in replacing
True that.
all those bags,
man.
and that's
That's
huge.
It's an ultimate
kudos to
testament
him.
to like.
Yeah.
And what is it good? Like everything that looks bad, there's actually an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
You
he
just gotta find it.
I saw the letter post and I was like, dude.
he called me. He's
Mason,
like,
Mason had been talking to him. I had no relationship with him. Mason had been kind of communicating with him. Well, you can tell the dude started. I mean, I know he's an attorney and all that, but still, it's a small business, startup business, right?
Yeah.
Where we're at. And I called him and I'm like, dude, check this out. Like, kudos to this guy. I mean,
That's what y'all always. That's from when I first met y'all.
there
You're
is
like,
no telling how much
tag,
money. Yeah.
Dude, check this out.
Yeah.
Tag, dude, check this out.
I mean, there is literally no telling how much he just had to drop in replace. He replaced every set,
Yes.
no matter if it was busted or in pristine condition and had never been thrown.
Yeah.
I actually
That's
said,
fucking
I said,
crazy.
Mason,
It's crazy, man.
do you think this guy's gonna keep going? Because if this was us, I'd say we're replacing these and we're getting the hell out.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I mean,
that, and it's a first bag, I mean, that had to have sucked the life out of him.
I know.
And
First
then
fucking bag out.
First
the gate.
bag out of the gate, and I actually remember talking to him one night, and he was like, "Oh man, I messed up," and I'm like, "What?" And then it hits me. I'm like, "Oh God, please tell me you didn't release that without anything underneath it."
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my gosh."
but I mean, look at
So-
it.
And he didn't even do a director. Oh, he did do a director release, right?
I don't think so.
Supposedly he was.
I don't. He did a no. I don't think he did. He did a director.
neon one.
He did the neon ones after those were released. So that was just
Oh.
an appreciation to those directors who continue to kind of run tournaments. But yeah. So he did what he needed to do, and that's awesome.
Damn it. Well,
Yeah.
let's run through the news real quick before we let you go, because I know you want to go to get some shrimp.
Yeah.
So, real quick, everybody knows Matt Guy and Jamie Graham won ACL Cornhole Mania Doubles Championship against Mark Richards and Philip Lopez.
Yep.
Dude, all four of those guys are freaking fire.
They are. And
All four.
Mark and Philip aren't too well known
No,
I've never seen them.
as of now.
Exactly.
But man,
they're just fucking money.
yeah, I'll tell you, I watched Philip Lopez. He ended up getting paired up with Alex Hicks in a blind draw, and that was the first time I saw him. And he usually throws gladiators, which are like super
Yeah.
floppy, it's kind of like a gambler.
Yeah.
And obviously Alex is throwing Wizards,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Vikings or whatever it was.
Wizards, yeah.
Wizards, I think. And Philip actually grabs Wizards and ended up flipping them slick side and just starts going right down the middle. And I was like, man, this dude is something else.
First time I
So-
saw Philip, dude, he looks like a homeless dude. Like, he had this freaking long beard, and
Yeah.
he just was all like raggedy
Yeah.
looking. He was just throwing them in,
Yep.
throwing them in.
Yep.
Now he looks younger. He kind of shaved up a
Yeah.
little bit.
But Mark was pretty impressive to me too. That dude,
Oh, Mark.
he hung with Matt Guy, which is
Is he
probably
in his
one of the
20s
best.
or 30s?
I don't know. I don't.
He's-
Like I said, I didn't know either. I don't know either
He's
one.
money
of them.
too, dude.
Yeah.
He is. Creek killer, man. That guy's.
He's-
He was what you were doing to us a minute ago. He just does that over and
Yeah,
over.
isn't it amazing that these guys can do that with
He's a
what
kid.
amazes me with a carpet bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you pull up a live feed, and I'm jealous because I struggle with a flat bag, and so I really pay attention to the bags they're throwing and the style of play. And man, they make a carpet bag look like it's just a quick
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly.
boom, boom, boom.
Well,
Exactly.
and what's crazy to
You know?
me is that you also have like so many people battle a kick with a carpet bag,
Yes.
and then you have these people that are at such a high level. They're saying, "I'm gonna go back to making this bag kick how it used to whenever I first started to be an advantage in my game,"
That's,
which is kind of weird to me.
that's,
You know?
that's weird science to me.
Yeah, like I mean, for
Well, like Harbaugh, I saw a video.
oh, did you
Did you
see
see
the
that?
cut bag?
Yeah, that's
Oh
what I'm
my
talking about.
gosh.
Yesterday or the day before.
What do you do? Show me the.
He threw a cut bag. So
Oh,
I
it
promise
was
you.
disgusting.
I promise. There was a bag sitting like
Right here.
right here, right kind of dead center.
He throws a cut.
He
right
throws
here.
a cut bag and it comes in like angled like this. This is no
Who
joke.
posted that?
And it hits here and I'm not kidding, does nothing but go straight sideways into the hole. It was incredible.
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
It was
Alright.
so good.
It was one of the best.
Somebody.
He's
There
a
it
human
is.
highlight
Okay,
reel,
Here it
dude.
is, right here.
He's a human highlight reel. What the fuck?
Right.
He literally did just hit it here. And
Yeah,
went down.
that's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like it was like, oh man, that was a good bag. Like that was unheard of. I had
Yeah.
never seen anything.
Isn't
like
he
it.
also
So-
the same guy that did he did an
Uh,
and one and then an airmail drag or something
he
like that?
did a bar of soap.
Oh, with bar of soap.
He did a
And then
bar
an
of
and
soap
one.
and then an and one back to back.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I just tried 12 times and then he hit one and he had a bar of soap and an and one back to back. So
Well,
yeah, Creek Killer's a
before
boss.
we end this, what are your top 3 bags? Your top 3 bags and your top 3 bags?
Out of what we have here,
And it can be like even a tester bag that you came up with that you haven't even released yet. It could be something you have released. What?
I'm gonna be honest. One of my favorite bags that are sitting here. It's a bag that we have never released. Probably won't ever release because cost of materials in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's this one here.
Mm-hmm.
It's always just had such a good feel to me. So I'll say this one's probably my number one bag.
I love that material right there.
Yeah,
That's freaking.
this is probably my number one.
That's cool.
I'll say an agent is probably going to be my second bag,
Yeah.
and out of the hand, it's probably a dealer is my third.
Fuck yeah.
So
That don't surprise me, Mr. Carpet Dude.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. So and then
My-
I just make the other two work.
My top 3. My first is going to be the.
If you don't say a gambler, you lost your
No,
mind.
no. My first is the blue and pink dealer
That is
Because of
that's
the
one of the
look?
sexiest
Because-
bags you've ever made.
because
Yeah.
It's the
my
color
favorite
combos.
color's hot pink.
Yeah. Dude,
And
that's just it's hot.
It's the
They
dealer.
don't call it hot pink
It's-
for nothing.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's probably top 3 right there.
Yeah.
The other one would be that hot pink gambler.
Yes.
Because I love hot pink.
Yeah, you're like me, dude. I'm
Um,
just looking at how it looks.
Yeah,
Right.
sexy
He's talking about
bags.
playability.
Right.
Uh,
Third is going to be the Christmas gamblers. These right here. I was super
He was stoked
happy with the
about
design.
those.
I mean,
Yeah.
that two-tone, nobody does a two-tone look, really.
No.
it's a classy look.
Yeah.
Like a suit.
Yeah.
And the design work came in, we kind of gave them an idea of what
Suit
we
and tie.
wanted, and I was like, oh, hell, and we added the red stitch, outer stitch.
Yeah. So
Okay, and then my last question before y'all gotta go, real quick. What the hell's wrong with my throat? What do I need to? What do you see?
You see, I can't help you. You may want to ask him. I
But you're
can't.
still do you agree that I need to like Monarca says I need to throw a self-correcting flash bag, but I like the way carpet feels in my hand.
yeah.
That's
so,
the thing about me. I love the way carpet feels in my hand.
So, to me, if you like the way that carpet feels in your hand, you've got to find. I think you probably need to find something that's a little more forgiving. But like to me, I think a perfect bag for you would probably be like a Bonnie. You know, something that's still not way too fast, because you throw a pretty hard bag. You know, it's not like you want to get into something where you're having to really loft something up, or you
Right.
just want to get something that's a little more hole friendly. So I would say something like a Bonnie, and because it still has that carpet feel to it,
It
you know.
does.
and a Bonnie, a collector's kind of the same way. Collector's still going to be a hair faster than a Bonnie, but that'll give you
On SIG boards, it probably.
SIG boards. It's probably a perfect 5, but
The
only thing I
collector's
see,
gonna be kind of fuller,
yeah.
like a carpet bag.
Only thing I see is that really the main concern with you is whenever you start missing left, it's just you're rolling over the top of everything instead of getting that bag flat out of your hand. Staying.
I know. I just went through this moment where I was going left.
Yeah.
Left.
Pretty much just
Left.
stay. I tell him this.
Stay under the
Stay
bag.
under the bag.
Stay under the back at all
Yeah,
times.
At all times. Yep.
It's
Stay
hard.
under it.
So when I'm going left, that means
You're rolling over the top of it.
I'm going like this.
Yep.
Even if it's just a little bit of a turn.
Yeah.
I'm going over.
Yeah. So like whenever I finish a bag, like my thought is to literally be like straight out.
Like that's my biggest problem.
Like
is
a-
I
like
come
a-
through and do this.
Yeah.
And he tells me all the time, you got to stay under.
Yeah. Stay under the bag.
It's
And
hard.
that trips me out because I've taken some pictures. I like to take pictures all the time.
Yeah.
I've taken some pictures of BG throwing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I take some after, like,
He's-
and he's kind of like this. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he is like this.
Yeah.
But then it's just
Yeah.
kinda
He'll
like,
come over.
Uh-huh.
Well, and it's like, have you ever watched Caleb Batson throw?
I have, but I haven't slowed it down.
Man, he's always been he's somebody who
That's what
comes
it is, kinda
underneath
like-
the bag and it
like he's
it's
slapping
literally
somebody,
yeah, it literally comes through, but he's so far under it here that he knows that he can go under and over, just over his shoulder, and
That's what it
every
looks.
way that
BG
he
looks like he's
finishes.
fucking pimp slapping somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, you're looking, even though he's here,
He's at some point whenever it's all at release point, you know. At release point, it's just got to be flat. It's got to be under it. So
Cool. I appreciate that.
what I can't figure out is how, if you figure it out, if you guys figure it out, he still hadn't been able to teach me, is how to not get the down kick. I can't
Yeah.
get a bag to come out, not even up kicked,
but
but
just flat.
flat. Like
Yeah.
it's frustrating.
Do you got a butterfly grip?
At certain times, it kind of
Oh.
depends. Like if I'm gripping it, I'm what I call like a half butterfly. I
Yeah.
don't really grip it down like a full butterfly there.
Uh-huh.
I just kind of, it's more of a rest, and then I kind of pinch just the thumb back a little bit. So,
Gotcha.
but if I'm trying to hit a flop bag, you'll see I'll crunch it back because that helps me backload it to get it back underneath it.
So the flat bag, you think it comes from like kind of a butterfly grip?
I think it comes from a lot of practice.
Really?
The flat bag is, you don't have many people who are going to come out and just literally throw a flat bag. Like, how many new people have you seen come and play a game and they come out and they throw a perfectly flat bag?
Right.
I don't know.
So I think it's a lot of practice and just knowing, really, you can do whatever you want to.
Hey, give me
So-
that. You know what? We gotta get y'all to sign the board.
Oh.
And here's your shirts.
Thank you, sir.
Sexy shirts.
Thank you very much.
Chicos.
I love it.
Shout out to Chico's.
Absolutely. Chico's, Nevis.
Nevis.
With
Nevis. With Chico's is
We'll put it this way.
it's the boss. Oh, I gotta sign it with Monarca?
Yeah, we'll put it this way. Well, you're left-handed or right-handed? Are you left-handed right now or right-handed?
Are you left-handed right now or right-handed?
Yeah.
I was
Watch.
left.
No, he's left-handed. He needs a left-handed pin.
Whatever angle you want. There we go. Let's see.
Huh.
Let's see what he does here.
Let's see. I'm gonna sign it down here.
There you go. Wherever you want. Sweet.
Nothing big, just sweet and simple.
Nice and simple.
You can't even read that.
That's what's
It's my
up.
signature.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
there you go.
Now video us with the podium pick.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, which bags was I using? I'm using these.
I guess I'll have to hold up the dealers that I smoked you with. Oh wait, you got us.
So let's see. You can hold up a one because you got one.
No, grab the gamblers.
So,
since,
so here's what
since it was your fault that we lost. You still never gave us a
That's it.
price on the boards.
Yeah, we want to know a price on the board.
Dude, I paid like $6.50 for these.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. It's great.
come on,
Those are so sweet.
come on,
All right,
come
so-
on. Get your gamblers that you got fourth with out of three
Yeah.
people.
You gotta point up the highest ranking you got in this tournament, and I got a one. So.
I got a one.
You got a one.
All
You
right.
got
I got it.
what is
I'm
it
just
called?
gonna go with 3.
Is it called dead ass last?
All right, here we go.
Sorry.
One. There we go.